up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you. 'Cause I'm there for you.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm jealous knowing we found something so wild of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground from sanctuary.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
I am struggling extremely with mental health issues, and I am trying to do that whilst being FTFE, and unfortunately, talking to flat earthers is quite painful.
All right, thank you, Craig.
Law. Nowhere in nature or in a controlled environment can we ever produce a volume outside of containment.
What's that?
Gas been seen or
what's that, brother?
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Now let me see you drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean.
Esta es una historia triste la que le voy a contar. Una historia triste la que le voy a contar. No tiene doble sentido, no vaya.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind.
we got D-Man that time.
Oh, don't him.
D-Man just got crop dusted by the karaoke girl.
I didn't taste the biscuit.
You didn't taste the biscuit. Oh, you missed it.
That was the whole idea. You're supposed to put honey sauce on it.
You're supposed to put honey sauce on it. Don't get it on the chicken wing, though. It's no good on the fucking chicken wing. That's just right there. You ruin it. You ruin a good thing when you put honey sauce on a chicken wing. That girl's just.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to one and try it.
You're gonna have to give it a shot and sing that song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They'll probably kick me right out of there.
This shit is just crazy. I see references to that thing all over the place.
Making the rounds.
Yeah, it is. It's been around for a long time, though. That's what I don't understand. I just now recently saw it, and then maybe I didn't notice the references.
A little while ago, the one that was going around a lot. Do you remember the rapping, the church rapper, the guy, the older guy that would do the church rap? You're rapping for Jesus. Yeah.
Rapping for Jesus. That's a great one.
That was going around for a while.
Yeah. This one. I got that.
It's long now.
That's from 13 years.
Well, it reemerged a few years ago. It was all over the place all of a sudden.
Hang on, I fucked up.
Probably got on TikTok and that made it famous again, all over again.
Wavy Web Search did a whole breakdown of the entire video. Did a whole.
Oh, God.
They tried finding the people and did it and everything. It's like, wow.
This crew right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
I can't understand why it didn't work.
West Dubuque. I wonder if that's in Iowa. Dubuque, Iowa. It's only like 30 minutes away from me. Oh man.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you got to do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga. Woo. He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger.
Okay, so the random old guy in the background, I was like trying to figure out what his part in this is besides that. And the
He's scratching. He's scratching.
Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well, but if you live in sin, you burn in hell. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust the rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to Earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What? Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't blaspheme and I don't brag. I don't cuss and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga.
Let his light shine through ya.
Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's a homie MC, JC, you see. He's an honest, caring, peace-loving nigga like me. If you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up.
Word up.
I'm freestyle.
Hit
Yeah,
me.
yeah. We're so stiff and white. We're so stiff and white, and we can't even dance.
That's how you do it.
We're joined by Black Jesus who can add commentary to this absolute hit wonder that we saw. What do you got to say about that, Black Jesus?
Yo, I love that rap song that hit home.
That hit home, did it?
That hit different.
Yeah, oh, it hits different, all right. It really does hit different. Yeah.
That be rocking, and that be a banger.
He's gonna need to, he's gonna need to like loosen up a little bit, though. I think he's gotta. What do you say? Get a little more jiggy with it would be the term, I guess.
Get jiggy with it, my niggas. Yeah.
That's content farming. Are you, King Steven?
Yeah. What's up,
Yo,
Steve?
you call me King Steven.
Yeah.
The same person 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Who you be talking about?
No,
Chad?
it's who are you? We're gonna start that with proper grammar. Who are you? Not who you be. That is so.
I be speaking my Ebonics. I'm not white. I ain't white.
Are you a black Israelite?
No, my nigga. I'm an American.
No.
I'm an American.
A genuine African American. That it happens to sound as white as hell.
No, my nigga. I'm not white as hell.
His girlfriend's a black Indian.
Oh, yeah.
You guys be lying. I be Black Jesus, motherfuckers, and I be turning watermelon.
Well, you just
hold
just let it go right there.
You blew it with a hard R.
My niggas. I didn't use no hard
you
R.
used the hard R on motherfucker. That's just not.
Yep. Motherfucker.
That's a little better. Practice up a little bit, Steve.
I tried to white it up for you a little bit. I tried to whitewash it. I love my niggas here. I love my niggas.
All right, that's cool. Let's
Jeeps. Yo, Jeeps is here in the chat.
Yeah, Jeeps is here.
Yo.
Yes. Absolutely. So
you like my Jim Crow?
No, I don't.
My buddy, cartoon. He's my homie, right here. You see him on. Can you put me bigger on the screen? Can you blow this up?
Are you talking about your avatar?
Yeah, can you blow this up? The avatar, my nigga. Yeah, my cartoon here.
Oh, that's
right
nice.
here. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Shit.
All right. Is that all you wanted, Steve?
You can call me Black Jesus.
I'll call you whatever I want to, Steve.
All right. That's all.
We'll see you next time, buddy. Fucking retard.
Man. Yeah. The full locos are hitting them early.
Good God. I'll tell you
Friday yet.
what in the world is this going on?
I probably won't be here the whole time, Soft, because of that thing. I don't know what I did. It's not that. I pulled a muscle or something in my rib.
I don't feel bad. My back's been bugging me, and I've been driving all over the place. I drove half the day today, so my back is kind of on the fritzy.
Yeah, I can't. Sneezing, I dread sneezing. It feels like I'm gonna shoot a rib out of the side of my
my right
side.
Well, I'm trying to remember what those muscles in between your ribs are called.
McRibs.
The intercostal.
Oh, the intercostal, yeah.
Intercostal muscle.
I got whipped into the armrest in a car accident in like the 1990s, late 90s, and the armrest hit me. I got whipped to the side. I went to go grab the armrest, and I was like, "Oh shit!" because I seen it coming, and the force of it pushed me to the middle and then whipped me into the door. And the armrest hit me right in that, like the bottom rib, the bottom two ribs. And oh my God, dude, I know exactly what you're going through.
And really quick, Tamara, I got your books in the mail today.
All
I'll
right.
go into it later, but I'm going to give these away, but I'll give more details later on about that. But I got the books, so.
Awesome.
Some people can.
Those are great books. I've been reading it a little bit. I'm about 5-6 pages in. I'm doing pretty good. I've been reading it late at night when I go to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I've been reading it.
Yeah, I'll be giving those away, so I'll let people know about that later. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, you're all right. Yeah, my daughter and my son were here, and my grandson came over because it's my wife's birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Everybody was doing their thing and everything, and I looked over, and my grandson was looking through them books.
Cool.
I had a what do you call it this week too? 54 years old.
Oh Lord!
I had birthday myself. 54,
right,
baby.
well,
If you asked me when I was 24, if I would be here when I was 54, I would have told you were insane.
Well, I got a theory. I want on the subject of age. This Pam Bondi, no wonder she's covering up for these fucking people. Do you know how old that bitch is?
She looks old. I saw the pictures of her. She looks like she's aging by the minute.
She's 60.
She's also not a blonde either.
No. I think she's been eating that adrenochrome too, man.
Possibly.
I don't know too many 60-year-old women look like that.
They all look a little. Do you notice that her and who's the other one? Leatherface.
Oh,
Christy Nome. Jesus, looks like somebody's been stretching her face for the last 15 years. It's like, holy shit. I seen a catcher's glove look better than
it's like silly putty that fell in the ashtray.
If she doesn't got like a massive amount of makeup on, dude, she's scary looking.
Put that shit on with a spackle knife.
Yeah. Sherwin Williams to get that put on.
Sand it down a little bit there. I think we got the cheeks just about right. Like fucking Bondo.
Oh my God. Yeah, get the fucking body filler in. Let me ask you something real quick too. Did you see the thing about Ghislaine Maxwell? Are you bringing that up too?
Oh, everybody's talking about that one.
Oh, about her not being her?
Yeah. Your buddy made a whole video on it. I can't bring it up. All right, do you have that?
I seen that, and
perfect.
He had taken the eyes, the pupils
in the ear line,
lined them up. Man, come on! Right off the bat, the nose is the most glaring thing. Right off the bat, the most glaring thing is the nose, face shape, everything. I mean, that's a completely different person. I thought this is really bad. I was like, because you only saw her in a little window from far away. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh man.
This is a gigantic shit show.
Oh, man.
Gigantic.
Yes, indeed.
Was anybody else's YouTube down right before this?
Mine
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been acting really strange here today.
Wonder why.
Apparently it was a hack.
Yeah.
Well, probably because they're trying to shut everybody up since everybody's pointing out all these things now about all these videos they're releasing and the files and all this other stuff. Now all of a sudden all these they're trying to shut all these communications down. Nobody's paying attention to their fucking bullshit. Excuse my language. Nobody's paying attention to it. So, they're now, oh, we need to shut it down. Shut it down.
They hit Ian Carroll, his new, I don't use that. I'm not gonna, it's AI, but his little web AI, they hit him with a DDoS attack and tried to shut his thing down. And, you know, yeah, like you said, everybody's kind of getting nailed and they're trying to shut everybody up.
Which one
Shout
of
out
his channels
to
was that
Serious G.
on?
Thanks for the suggestion for the castor pack. I just remembered I got castor oil, so I think I'm gonna throw some of that on it later. But anyway, sorry guys.
Which one of his channels was that on?
I don't know. The one I saw was from
probably
was
Ryan Young.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't What's the Deal? It's the other
High Impact TV.
I don't think
I'm
it was
gonna have
High
to comment
Impact.
on that
It
one
was
he did
Disturbing
today
Illusion.
The one
Thank
about it was on Disturbing Illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't like a rights thing. He would normally do the rights ones on the other channel. Like, here's the deal. He does all the auditor ones.
Yeah. Well, that one he did today on Virginia, I wanted to I was going to leave a comment on that because, man, they are really going for broke over here, man. It's unreal.
Good luck, bud.
Yeah. Well, when have I ever worried about asking permission about any goddamn thing? I don't. I'm not, you know. And here's the thing. You know what I have? Those bills are for firearms. I don't have firearms. I have arms. Firearms was a created term.
Yeah.
What's a firearm?
Right. It's an
Like
arm.
assault weapons, right?
Yep. Or hate speech. Let me see.
I say bare arms and arm bears.
There's some debate online on what.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There we got it. Yeah. See, she's a completely different bitch altogether. They probably said, you know, you stand in, you do this role, all right, and we'll commute your sentence. Some other prisoner or something.
So that friggin' that crazy woman and friggin' Epstein is sitting there laughing their ass off. You know, I come up with the conclusion the other day that I think that Trump is actually caught up in this whole Epstein thing too. I think that he's actually one of the people, I mean, if not the biggest person that got caught up in this whole thing. I think he's actually
I think he was higher up in it than we think.
Yeah,
I think he was actually running it. He was his grandfather ran prostitution. So I don't know why he wouldn't go ahead and follow suit. I mean, we know he had a prostitution ring going. I think he was actually either partnered up, but I think he was lead. I think he was the lead in all this. And he's conveniently trying to skate out. And here's the tell right there. This is as bad as Bondi saying, you know, why are we talking about this? You know, what? Why are we talking about rich people fucking and eating children?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we're making money. You know, the Dow's up and the S&P. And it's like, really? And here's Trump. They asked him about the files and shit, you know, and what's he think, you know, about these well, I've been exonerated, so it's basically, you know, nothing about me, so fuck it, I don't care.
Wow.
I think that, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're all evil, right? You can't just pinpoint this guy or that guy or this woman or whoever, you know.
No, they're all a
doing to
shit.
get rid of the evil is the problem, is the issue that we're run into. Nobody's fixing that problem. Instead, we're fighting over who's at the top, who's the leader, who's the ringleader of it all. It's like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all these people are horrible, disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at that Lutnik. Look at that Lutnik character, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all the same.
Dude, he's like, you know, oh, I thought he was disgusting. We were never going to be in his presence again. Hey, Jeff, we're going to be rolling by St. Bart's. We're going to be coming by your island. It would be cool to stop by for lunch or something. You know, I got kids.
Yeah.
Made it a point to say he had kids with him and some other people's kids and had to tell him the ages and everything. It's sort of like, is that like a bribe to be able to come or what? I mean, like an offering?
Yeah.
Sick fucking people, man.
They're all scumbags. I think you don't get into those positions and you don't get that kind of power unless you're a scumbag. If you're not a scumbag, you ain't getting in there. And if I remember something right, too, you remember when that whole Jesse Ventura thing happened and Jesse Ventura won as an independent, which was like unheard of, and they couldn't figure out how the hell he did it.
Yeah.
And as soon as he made a comment about when he won, the first thing they did was literally pull him into a basement and ask him, how did you do it? Because I'm sure that they threw all kinds of money to try to derail him. And then when he got in there, he realized real quick that this is full of scumbags. Nothing he...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, then he realized that nothing that he could do was going to fix anything. And that's why he didn't even bother rerunning. He was like, see, I'm out. Fuck that shit.
To your point, One Nation Under Blackmail, Whitney Webb. Check out that book.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's that she does incredible work. Does incredible work. The shit that's coming out now is stuff I heard her saying a year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, concerning Les Wexner, a lot of these other ones that are there. I mean, wow, the former prime minister of Norway, they've arrested him.
At least they're doing it somewhere.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places around the world right now. You're not hearing about it here in the States a whole lot, but from what I understand, they're not redacting. So however they got a hold of unredacted files or whatever, God knows, I'd love to see them, you know, get leaked on over here, but the algorithm probably won't allow it. But yeah, there's a lot in there. There's a lot of shit going down. So many different CEOs and people in positions of government that have just fucking resigned and quit.
Chuck, the guy from the CEO from Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep. He's out.
The schools all over the place canceled fucking picture day because of that what's that guy's name? Leon Black, that owns a bunch of the photography studios that they do.
Yeah.
For the schools. So he was basically had a catalog of everybody's fucking kid.
Unreal.
What are they doing, man? I mean, how could something like this be so fucking big and so lucrative? That's what gets you. You know, if economics, I mean, what are we taught in economics? Supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
That's telling me that there's a heavy duty fucking demand.
And here's the thing too. I think that this isn't something that they just slapped together recently. This shit's probably been going on for the last 60, 70 years. This shit's probably been going on since the 60s or 50s.
Yeah, I'd say longer than that though. As far as these elites,
that's way back.
I think this is a part of an ancient religion as well.
Maybe.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm really doubting that these are even human.
No.
You know, that they're, I mean, I there's no way. I can't see. I mean, in the way they blend right on into society, you know, and everybody, they've got an image, you know, that they present, but they're just, you know, total Jekyll and Hyde shit going on.
Yeah. Demonic people.
Yes. And I have to, are they Nephilim? Are they still the offspring of the Nephilim?
Maybe they are shapeshifters. Maybe that's how they get away so easy. How do we know? I'm not, the possibilities out there, I think.
Yeah, nothing's off the table at this point. Nothing is off the table.
Like anyway, I said,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just think that it's such a vast conspiracy. Oh, you know who mentioned that too? That it's just such a vast conspiracy. Kennedy talked about it also, of covet means that, you know, this secret societies, secret oaths, I think that it's such a vast problem that this has been going on for so long and all these people are connected that they are never going to get in trouble for doing any of this shit ever. It's never going to happen. They'll just push it away and you'll forget about it because they have us in this ADHD mindset that if you can't figure it out in 20 seconds, well, they just bounce you to the next thing and you completely forget what you were just reading or heard 40 seconds ago. You know, it's like, wow.
You go all the way back though, like Elizabeth Bathory, right? What was her punishment once she was caught? Oh, she was under house arrest in her palace.
Ooh, I mean, kind of like they did with Epstein when they were letting him leave the jail during the day.
Yeah.
That isn't punishment.
No, listen, when I was in jail, I was in work release and in Michigan. And there was a guy there. Now that's how I got involved in the mortgage business, in the refinance mortgaging. Is that the guy that one of the guys that was in there in work release, he was the CEO of First Finance mortgage company. And I ended up being his euchre partner during, and we'd be able to, in our off time, you could just be in the rec room and play cards and whatnot. Right. And me and him would be cleaning house, because I'm really good at euchre. And anyway, he was like asking me, he'd start talking to me what I did and everything. And I was working for an engineering firm at the time. And he says, you want to be able to get out of here on the weekends? I says, yeah. He says, I'll tell you what. He says, I'll hire you to work for me on the weekends part-time. He says, then you go to your regular job and during the week, and then you can get out on the weekends. He says, I don't do nothing but go to the office and fuck off. And my girlfriend comes over and we hang out and shit. And then when it's time to come back, we come back. And so I was riding to work every day with this guy. He was in there incidentally for a sexual harassment thing too. So, what the details of, I'm not really privy. I don't know what they all were, but he was a banker. So I'm sure that he was at least in the outskirts.
Connections.
Yeah. And so now, after looking at all this shit, and I look back and I'm thinking of some of the big guys that, we'd go out and have luncheons and go to clubs with and shit at night. And I'm thinking about some of these fucking top name Jews that we were with. And I'm like, man, I bet they were in this fucking shit. 100%. 100%. Because there was always like a little clique that you weren't part of, but you knew was there. And I wondered about that. And it was between, like the loan officers and him. And I was like, I look back and I'm like, I wonder if they weren't getting into some of that fucking crazy shit,
Yeah. I mean, I just think that you have to be a scumbag. You have to be into this shit to get into these people's positions. I don't think it has anything to do with your smarts anymore. I don't think it has to do. I mean, yeah, there are things that you could definitely use, but I don't think it's really a thing anymore. I mean, they could just pull anybody out of the gutter and literally say, "Hey, congratulations, you're a CEO." And I mean,
yeah.
You're just a figurehead at this point because of the visuality of it.
Luftwaffe Führer, you're right. They really did screw with our Bible a lot. And there's all these people profess the Bible can't be changed. Well, guess what? It has. Yeah. They changed the word Yahweh to be Lord. So that's a clever little Jew trick. The Hebrew word for what they call Lord is Baal. So they got you accidentally praying to Baal and you don't even fucking know it. That's what's so crazy. Anyways, this is Brian did a good job with this, and like I say, he was the first one I saw reporting on this. And everything I know, was like all over the place. This not being the actual Ghislaine where he was shown with the
what's the views on that video? It's got to be monstrous because I seen it like a dozen times yesterday.
86,000.
Yeah, it's got to be big because I was going to say I seen it on TYT. I seen it on another channel. I mean, all the big channels were showing.
Jimmy Dore.
That was the other one I saw this afternoon, and I was like, "Son of a bitch, this video's everywhere."
Yeah, he got some exposure on this. That's for sure. Anyway, this is pretty good, and it's the nose. Dude,
there's some debate online on whether this is Ghislaine Maxwell or is this Ghislaine Maxwell, or are they both Ghislaine Maxwell? And in the spirit of investigative research, I decided, hey, you know what? Let's line up the photos. Let's take a close look at them, and let's try to be as objective as we can possibly be, trying to steer away from any kind of pitfalls of cognitive bias. So what I did was I put this photo in Photoshop along with two other known photos of Ghislaine Maxwell. The first thing I did is I put yellow dots where her pupils are, And then I went from the very top of the ear to the very top of the ear, which skirted right underneath her eyelids. And the reason I did this is I wanted to line up the pupils especially, but I tried to line up
that jawline's wrong too.
Pupils and the ears as well as I could.
The head is shorter also.
All three photos in place, there were two things that jumped off the screen right off the bat. See if it's as noticeable to you as it was to me as I show you an older picture of Ghislaine Maxwell before she went into prison. What's the first thing that jumps out at you and screams, hey, something ain't right here? I'll tell you what it was for me. Number one, it was the nose. Look how right here, right before she went to prison, she's got kind of a W-shaped nose. It kind of dips down. Right here, it's completely absent. You don't see that. So here's before, here's after. By the way, this right here was taken from the February 9th deposition. This is February 9th, 2026, just a couple days ago, where she multiple times invoked her Fifth Amendment right to be silent and not incriminate herself. So here's the deposition photo, and here's a photo before she went to prison. You see that? Now look at the line. This line right here goes from ear top to ear top, but then right here it goes through the top of her ears. It looks like there's maybe a half to 3/4 of an inch on the top. This right here is the very top. Now I understand there's lighting, there's camera angle. This camera angle right here could be down like this. This camera angle could be pointed up, which would kind of make things seem just a little bit uneven.
No, look at that.
But the next thing that jumped out at me was her eyelids. Apparently, there are a couple different kind of eyelids I'm learning, the monolid and the double lid. In this pre-prison photo, you can see that she has two monolids. This right here kind of is a double, but it goes mono right there. And this is totally mono. And yet from the deposition photo, clearly two double lids. And I'm thinking, okay, what is going on here? So I grabbed a third photo from her younger days, and you can see that a young Ghislaine Maxwell had the same thing that this Ghislaine Maxwell had. See right here, partial double, and then it goes on to mono. In her younger days, partial double goes on to mono. This right here is clearly mono with a partial double right there, which is consistent with this photo as well. Partial double goes on to mono, partial double goes on to mono. But then when you look at the February 9th deposition photo, full double eyelids. But the most glaring thing is that nose. I mean, look at this right here. The eyes are pretty much lined up. That's another thing too. You can see this goes pupil to pupil, but then when you go to her pre-prison photo, it's kind of on the outside of her left eye, which is on our right side. So not even the eyes line up, but the nose, come on, give me a break. That is a completely different nose. Are they trying to sell us on the idea that this is a post-plastic surgery prison nose? Are they doing plastic surgery in prison? Or is this a completely different person altogether? Because that nose and that nose ain't looking alike. But this nose and the younger nose perfectly match. Look at the eyes, look at the eyelids, look at the nose, look at the pupils. Now let's go straight from the youthful photo to the deposition photo. Look at that nose. Completely different. Look at the ears. Different. The eyelids. Different. Even the brow structure to me looks different, although the hair is kind of obscuring it. But there's another thing about the hair in the deposition photo. It's almost like they went out of their way to maintain that exact hairstyle you see in other Ghislaine Maxwell photos. Look at this comparison with this to the youth photo and with the older version of Ghislaine Maxwell. It really just seems like they got a hairdresser on the scene, maybe employed a little wig action to make it look as much like a Ghislaine Maxwell hairdo as they possibly can get. And they forgot the prosthetic nose. In my view, the placement of the ears, not so much the shape of the ears is in question. The nose is completely different. The eyelids are completely different. And there's something a little off about the pupils, the lineup of the pupils and the eyebrows. What do you guys think? Is this Ghislaine Maxwell the same as this Ghislaine Maxwell or this Ghislaine Maxwell? Leave your thoughts for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. And if you like these videos, make sure you like it. and share it with everybody.
It's obviously not the same lady, but
No.
it has to be done purposely because you could easily have Ghislaine wherever she's at, set her up for a photo op. They're doing it purposely so we notice these things.
And there's the link to that video if anybody wants to view it themselves.
That's a great vid. There's a lot of detail in that.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. Doesn't shock me. This is, you know, there's a lot of crazy shit going on with all of this. With all of this, if you they're gonna allow investigation at the Zorro Ranch for all the good that'll do. You know that place.
Did you see? I'm sorry. Did you see the report of them digging up the back of that thing where the big giant, cross? Remember me and you were looking at it?
Yeah,
they dug it up.
Okay, yeah, that's why on Google Earth too.
That's why the top of it was all ripped up. Is because they dug that thing up. I think something was underneath it.
Wow, yeah, I'd like to know what it was. I think there's a underground facility under this place. I really do. Because there's a lot of talk and it's concerning the Zorro Ranch regarding these well, basically baby factories and impregnating these girls as young as 13. There's one of the videos clips that are released in the file shows a girl about 13 years old who's pregnant. I mean, or she's probably, I don't know, maybe 9. She don't even look like she's even gone into, like, I don't even know how it's possible. But the youngest, what did I find out? The youngest ever was 5 or some shit like that. And that's not in this case, but that's in the world.
Who's investigating that?
Oh, this was a long time.
I'm talking about the Zorro Ranch.
Oh,
the
there's
FBI.
yeah,
TPUSA.
Motherfuckers for nothing, man. I got some shit on that too.
Erica Kirk will be on the job.
Yeah, God, boy, is the shit coming out about that bitch, right? It's a crazy. Let me get to my stuff. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff at? Where's all my stuff? Oh, did you see this? They've been putting these up all over DC, and it's driving them crazy, man. This is awesome. Ain't that some shit? They're putting that up all over DC. Picture of that fucking bitch with a pedo protector, Epstein queen. Dude, that's great.
Apparently somebody stormed the Capitol with a shotgun today.
No, really? I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, I guess.
Must have been due. It's got to happen every couple months or so.
Let me take a guess. Was it a trans person?
Probably.
I don't know. They're not releasing much about it.
I got a theory on that. Well, I'll make it short and sweet about that Nancy Guthrie thing. If they supposedly do find someone, I kind of feel like it's going to be an illegal alien to fit the narrative, or possibly the trans, but most likely an illegal alien.
How about an illegal trans alien?
There you go. So
cover all the bases.
It'll fit the narrative, and then all of a sudden you'll see NBC will be on Trump's side.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, we need to get out there and stop these illegals. We need to get permission to do this and that and this."
Oh, that's wasn't. Did you see? I'm sure you guys saw Lindsey Graham's little speech in Israel, right?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that. Wow.
No.
He said that the future wars are being planned in Israel right now.
Yep, sure.
Oh yeah. I did hear a blurb about what he said. Something about that it was acceptable for Americans to lose their lives for regime change in Iran.
How that man is still walking out in public, I have no clue. How he hasn't been thrown in prison yet is a fucking miracle.
Another one to throw on the pile.
Him and John McCain, out of all the people, him and John McCain were the ones that were going to meeting with all those terrorist people fucking 7, 8, 10 years ago, making deals so all those people can go around and start shit all over the place so we can fucking have boogeymen to kill.
That's what they do.
This is crazy right here. Let me grab this one. This is the people that got the Zorro Ranch right here. The new Zorro Ranch owner, Don Huffines, owns a private equity firm, Biotech company, that uses cardiac cells from baby hearts under 30 days old for tissue cell sourcing. Epstein was known for telling prominent scientists he was using the ranch as a baby factory. The new owner of the Jeffrey Epstein Zorro Ranch in New Mexico is ignoring calls for an independent investigation into whether children's bodies may be buried on the property. Well, at least he won't be walking the streets anytime soon. I don't know. What did he go to jail? Because this was from the 15th. Let me see if we can hear what that thing says. Oh, it's just that. Oh, it's just that music. There's no talking. I'm going to redo. See, Thomas Massey unfollows diligent denizens over investigation into Zorro Ranch's new owner. You're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not touching this. Huh.
I told you before the crazy shit that Peter Nygaard was doing. He was banging up African chicks, then paying them to get abortions so he could take the fluid from the umbilical cord and then inject it into himself.
Whoa. Oh yeah, that thing's rich in stem cells. That's why you're supposed to leave the baby connected to the umbilical and the placenta and everything. And for at least, I think it's at least a half hour, but it's better to let it be longer because they absorb all the rest of the nutrients and the stem cells that are in those in the umbilical. Hell, they sell your fucking placenta for $40,000, man.
Yeah.
Funny enough, you have to go out of the country to get those stem cells, right?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder where they've been harvesting and shipping these things off to.
They're literal.
So I think they're doing all kinds of wacky shit with newborns and blood and flesh and all kinds of shit. I think they're doing all kinds of crap with it. I mean, you remember that crap from a few years ago when they caught that lady in the bar talking about how much baby parts were. Yeah. What was that? Planned Parenthood lady? The doctors that got caught. Yeah.
How much different are stem cells than adrenochrome when you think about it? It's just more widely acceptable because so many, especially like athletes and stuff, use it, for regeneration of problems they have, shoulder, whatever. But it's like, how much different is it than adrenochrome? And then people think adrenochrome's a crazy thought, but here you got stem cells that they inject into you to repair.
Some of those sports athletes guys were caught what they call blood doping. And blood doping is when, you're tired and you beat up and they just take the blood out of you, inject new blood in you that's adrenalized, and now you're ready to go. And one of the old wrestlers from the WWF era, Superstar Billy Graham, did this one of those strength contests that they used to have on TV where they'd have all the athletes come in, like the baseball players and the wrestlers. World's Strongest Man, yeah. And he said, man, some of these guys, they look beat as hell, and they would go and disappear for 2 hours and come back and be full of piss and vinegar. And it's like, they were blood doping. So wasn't the bicyclist? Who was that bicyclist? The one that had the cancer?
Lance Armstrong.
Oh, Lance Armstrong.
There you go. So they're doing all kinds of shit with that, with blood and flesh and adrenalized crap. I've been doing this shit for years. And if you really want to deep dive on this, look into the Russians, the Americans, and the Germans during the 70s Olympics. Look at all the women that are doing. Dude, they're huge. They're big, jacked up. I mean, just roided out to the max growth hormones. I don't know what they shot those people with. It's like, holy shit, look at this chick could kill you.
Some broad named Helga with a fucking unibrow that looks like a push broom. Yeah.
I will
crush you.
I will beat you. But I mean, you look at them and you're like, there is no way those women are natural. There's no way.
There's a pretty good documentary about that called Icarus. You can find it. I think it's on Netflix, a few other places, but it has a lot to do with that, how the That has a lot to do. A guy literally like documented him cheating the process in bike racing, like Lance Armstrong. But he also, when he got into it, the guy that was helping him out was helping the Russian athletes in the Olympics and stuff. But anyway,
of course.
I won't give it away if you guys. Icarus.
They all got cancer too, by the way. They all got cancer, all of them. The ones that took all those growth hormones and all the shit in the 70s, they all got weird cancers and shit, heart problems, and all the old weightlifters.
I don't see a whole lot of hype about the Olympics.
Nah,
this year nobody gives a
nobody gives a shit.
But I went to work today, and Mike, he comes in and he says, "Man," he says, "I turn on the TV to watch the Olympics." He says, "Is curling the only thing they do?" God damn. He says, "What a boring ass thing that is." And I said, "Yeah." I was like, then it hit me. I was like, "Holy shit! All this is going on, and he's watching the Olympics."
Now let me ask the golden question here: did they bring back breakdancing? Because that's the only reason I would watch. Come back, Ray Gun.
That's the Summer Olympics. This is the winter.
Oh,
you gotta wait.
That's right.
You gotta wait 2 years.
She could really get down on some ice, I bet. You know?
Probably be more interesting that way.
She'd be slipping and falling over. She looked like that girl that comes on and drop it to the floor when I play that, or she's about trying to drop to the floor. She's about to drop her whole ass to the floor. Can't keep it up. Well, what do you guys think, man, about, I've been open-minded to it, but still skeptical to the idea of another species actually living here alongside of us, what is it? Is it actual shape-shifting reptilian people, or are they Nephilim? What the fuck are they?
The Archons?
Because I have to, my mind has to look for some kind of a way. One of the things I do, and it's kind of a scary thing to do, is to, like, a lot of times if I'm watching a movie or trying to solve a mystery, I try to put myself in the mind of the perpetrator to see if I can, like, figure out what the fuck is going on with it. Why is he doing certain things? And with this, I'm at a fucking loss, man. Why anybody would want to desire the things that they do, food-wise, sexual appetite-wise, what have you, to the point of spending vast amounts of money on it. And I mean,
I don't know.
And for it to be practiced so widely by people that are in the public fucking eye. If it was like a secretive group of fucking people that lived in the woods of Montana or some shit like that, I could probably, say, well, these people are figuring, who the fuck's ever going to check on us? We live in the vast woods of Montana. Nobody cares a shit what's going on up here, right? Basically. But these people are like, people you see in movies, on TV, they're in the White House, they're in the fucking Congress, they're in the Senate, they're in the courthouses, they're in the banks, they're in the sheriff's offices. I mean, these are all people that are in prominent public eye that have like a secret life outside the cameras that is so 180 from the image that they try to present that it's like I said, like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. And I'm trying to figure out, there's no way that there's any humans. And at least I could see if there was one or two people that were that twisted like that, or maybe a handful, but for there to be a vast network of people that twisted, that convoluted, that lacking in moral structure, that this is actually happening. And the only way that I can actually make it make sense is that it's some other species, because I can't see that many. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be like some kind of a fucking monster race, or they can't be human. There's no way. Somebody would have fucking cracked and told already.
Ask yourself this. these people are not a different race. They're just regular people. But are they nuts?
No, well, D-Man, I don't know, man. I'm not talking about just the raping the kids and abusing them and shit like that. I'm talking about dismembering infants to get to the partially digested breast milk inside the stomach.
That's why I'm saying, I don't think these people are any different. I just think they're insane. I think they think that they are something that they think that they're something different, but in reality, they're no different. They're just insane. That's all. They're just insane people. They think this shit gives them some kind of power.
I also, it seems to work. Or maybe just the nepotism within what I would say their race, much like the Jews, the nepotism that they use. But there's something else here. There's something else here. I can't help but feel that I'm missing. There's something there, an element that I'm not.
The whole space thing you could add into that also. I mean, if that's the case and they're manipulating all this stuff, well, shit, they would be manipulating everything you'd be seeing or eating or intaking or having around you. I think they understand the biology part of it, that they're able to realize that they can affect you in tons of ways. I think they're just that type of insanity.
Whatever they are, it's definitely some demonic force.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Something like
Which one thing I've been noticing lately, like I mean everybody's noticed this, but one thing I paid more attention to myself lately is that everybody always sees Trump sitting there kind of hunched over, especially if he's doing an interview, something. Everybody sees him with the whole. Everybody calls it the Illuminati symbol that he kind of makes. Yeah,
the hand, the tripod.
I think it's more of a praying symbol, and he's it's towards the ground, so that means he's praying to Satan basically, and they all kind of do that. And I think it's more of an occultic praying to Satan than it is I guess the Illuminati is all part of that too, but nonetheless, it's basically every time he does it, he does that all the time. It's like if he's at a conference or something, he's always pointing it towards the ground, and he's never talking about it. Occasionally he brings up God, but not in a manner that normal
they're doing that pyramids shape in their hands. They're holding their fingers in
about the pyramid thing than he's pointing that like a prayer symbol towards Satan, towards the ground, towards hell. But
pointing down.
And they all do it, but he's more noticeable lately myself than kind of laughing in everybody's face like he always does.
There's a bunch of photos of all those people doing the same thing. They all do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
kind of funny. All of them.
There was one where one of the Trump boys. What's the one that's got the beard?
Eric, not Eric, but or is it Eric? Not Eric, but
Eric's the kind of doofusy one.
Yeah,
Don Jr.
Don Jr. Yeah, he was doing that at some function, and his old lady smacked his hands, made him quit.
Yeah,
I was like, like maybe you're showing that a little too much.
Yeah, they all kind of do that little symbol, but I've just noticed his is more slumped towards the ground, like pointing towards hell almost. But who knows? Whatever.
They're getting some kind of juice from it.
Well, no, he can't listen. He can't go to heaven. He's denounced Christ and became a Jew. So
said in his own book, he's a Kabbalist. He had a Kabbalah teacher.
So the reason I was asking about that was this is from 1990. And of course, this story goes around. You remember you've heard of this thing with Eisenhower supposedly made a deal with quote unquote aliens that they would be allowed to take a certain amount of us, and they would leave us be.
Did you ever read about Val Valiant Thor?
Oh,
that was their first connection. It was this blonde-headed guy.
Yeah. One of the tall whites. Yeah.
There's some pictures of him supposedly that have been around a long time. What's his name talked about him? Bill Cooper talked about him.
Bill Cooper
in the 90s. Talked about Val Valiant Thor.
Well, listen, at the shit that I'm figuring out, I mean, who would have thought? Okay, so that was in The Simpsons. One of their episodes, there was a thing came up like on a bulletin board, and it said that the world is actually run by a group of insane people on a fucking island. And that was one of the messages, one of the conspiracies that came out. And it's like, it was. This guy wasn't just doing that shit, not just that. This guy was fucking with genetics, hardcore genetics and CRISPR technology and shit, and running baby farms under his fucking New Mexico ranch and shit, dude. This guy was and people would say, you know, wow, if you know, you could get a meeting between this person and this person, you know, like talking about world leaders, you know, that would really change the game. And so you see this guy emails this guy from this country and this guy from that country, hooks them up, boom, they start talking. Next thing you know, some kind of a deal struck. I mean, this guy was actually like a go-to. I mean, it's amazing the amount of shit that this guy was into.
It has links to eugenics too.
Oh God, yes. Yes. And listen, even the COVID thing, they were discussing the fucking COVID pandemic back in 2015. And remember when they got caught with those test kits that had been sent out? The manufacturing date was the 2015.
All the posters.
Yeah.
The posters were made 2 years, a year before the outbreak.
So that he was discussing this shit with Bill Gates, and Bill Gates, of course, with others, and getting the WHO involved and everything. And they set this. The world is run by a bunch of insane people on a fucking island someplace, man, for real.
I think that's why they disguise it in The Simpsons and stuff, at the soft disclosure or full disclosure, how you want to look at it. They put it in there as a cartoon comedy, right, to show it in front of everybody, so everybody's laughing, you know.
Yeah, to desensitize you
a little bit, yeah. But you know, to make everybody watch it, and then they don't subliminally, it's running through them, but at the same time they just think, oh, this is a funny cartoon we watch every Sunday night or whatever, you know. Nobody really pays much attention to it.
Family Guy does the same thing.
Yeah, all of them. And like what is it, Mr. Burns? He looks like one of the Rothschilds.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's who he's based from.
Yeah,
he's based off Jacob Rothschild for sure.
Release the hounds.
Yes.
Put this stuff in your face all the time. That's what the Freemasons do. They like to put everything out in the open.
Well, you know, Matt Groening has been to the island.
All of them.
Yes, he has.
That's another thing I want to point on. Everybody talking about this. Who cares if they went to the island? This stuff happens everywhere. This stuff happens here, not in the island, in somebody's mansion, in somebody's regular house.
Right. So Trump isn't lying, perhaps, when he says he's never been to the island.
It doesn't matter. And people,
but there
that.
is mention of him spending a fair amount of time with one of the victims alone in Epstein's New York mansion.
Yeah.
You know, so we forget there's the mansion. You've got the property down in Florida. You've got Zorro Ranch. You've got
Canada, Nygod.
Yes, he's got and he's got other places too that
he had
talking about.
He had connections with people in the Middle East also.
That's kind of what I was going to touch on. I was going to touch on when you're bringing up the whole like different beings or whatever. Is like, look at all the tunnel systems, right? Maybe these things live in these tunnel systems or whatever. I just put out a video a little bit ago. I went over to the orphanage over in Davenport, Iowa. They got tunnel systems going through there, you know, all around that place. But you know, it's everywhere throughout the whole United States.
Yeah,
not everywhere in the world.
Yep.
But
did you ever see?
That's a great segue into this. That whole thing right here, because this came out in 1990.
Yep.
And of course, back in those times, you started hearing David Icke start talking about this shit too, and it was pretty fringe shit. Now you're seeing this shit everywhere. People talking about the fucking buried cities and about the tunnel systems going everywhere, and this
not so fringe.
Yeah, not fringe anymore. It's how many fucking, you know, can somebody come up with some new conspiracy theories for us, please?
I know
We've
It
run
turns
out.
they're all
Every
connected.
one of them was fucking true, and we've run out now. So
Yeah.
we need new ones.
They're all connected. That's the thing. Now we've run into the problem that everybody's seeing how connected they are. It isn't about, you know, finding them separately or going down this rabbit hole or that one. It's one big ass rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a whole fucking burrow of rabbits is what it is.
Rabbit well.
Yeah. But this is interesting.
So the Andromedans tell you that the Alpha Draconians are here now. Where?
There are 1,833 of them that have been living underground between 100 and 200 miles beneath the surface. They've been here, some of them have been here a long, long time. They have lifespans that are thousands of years. They're carnivorous. They are not friendly to mankind, at least the ones that are here.
Are you saying carnivorous, they eat humans?
Yes. And they need to be, they won't eat a dead human, it has to be alive at the time of the killing. Their preference is children. You know, and we've been told, you shouldn't talk about that. You know, there are other people say, well, you better not talk about the reptilians. Well, you know, bull. You know, why not? According to the Andromedans, they're responsible for 31,712 children disappearing in the last 25 years from the United States. These children were food. And I'm supposed to just shut up and not say anything about it because people don't want to hear it? That's tough. That's tough. You know, Westchester County, in the last 5 years, 3,000 children in the Westchester County, New York, have vanished without a trace. Where are they going? Why are we allowing this to happen? And why should people stay in denial about it?
Now, how are they able to do this? How are they able to? How are they able to? How are they able to do it? How are they able to come up out of this from underground and do it? Or do they have?
There are tunneling systems everywhere. They're being helped by the Greys, and also there are groups within the higher echelon that are actually helping them acquire this.
So human beings are abducting the kids and getting them to the Greys to in turn give them to the Alpha Draconians?
That's right. That's part of the deal. They won't come up as long as we feed them down there. You understand? It's about human beings selling themselves out. The echelon attitude here, the needs of the few outweigh the needs of humanity. And sorry, that just isn't right. You know, but it's going to have to be humanity that's going to rise up and take the stand. You're just going to have to turn off your televisions. They're going to have to get in their car. They're going to have to fire everybody in Washington, D.C. that knows and does nothing. And they're going to have to do something. You know, this apathy's got to end. Otherwise, the way we live is going to end. Period. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, and I'm not coming from a fear space. I'm really quite angry about the apathy and the fact that, you know, when people give lectures and try to tell this, people want to stand up and fight with them. Look at what's happening around us. The indications are everywhere, everywhere. The truth is now an obscure thing. You know, the lie is the norm. There's something wrong here. What's wrong with this picture? Sorry, I'm getting crazy.
No, you're not. You're expressing.
36 years ago.
Do you remember Phil Schneider?
Yeah.
Remember the guy? Did you ever see the pictures of him when he said that they lowered them down in the ground and the fucking ray came and sliced him like a friggin' deli slicer and sliced all his fingers off? And he took a shirt up on one of those things he did, and it looked like somebody sliced across literally from the top of his heart all the way down to his waist. It was the most unnatural thing you've ever seen. It's like, holy crap, look at that.
Yeah.
Scar was ridiculous. You could stick your finger in it. That's how deep it was.
He was murdered.
Yeah, big time.
I tried to say it was a suicide.
You know why? Because he was going around trying to tell everybody. But I think the alien thing's a real thing? No, I don't know.
Something got a hold of him. Well, you know what we would consider alien, you know, I think is the new norm for demon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, this is what they're it's easier to sell them to today's society by saying, yeah, and it also reinforces this space and globe lie by saying that they're, you know, Zeta Reticuli and they come from another planet and all this other fucking nonsense and shit like that. And they've always been around. They're demons, I think.
I think they're just things that are here, that have been here,
It's
not something that's
possible. It's possible that they're like these grays that have been described by so many, that these are nothing more than lab grown organisms that are used as maybe like drones or something by these entities. I mean, you know, I've been hearing some really crazy fucking shit coming out of all this stuff about Stephen Hawking being put into a temporary clone so that he could abuse a clone of Marilyn Monroe.
Now, maybe it's all misdirection. It's a nothing burger about Area 51, but you never hear anybody talking about auditing or going into that place, say anything serious about it. Anyway.
No.
You know, like I said, maybe it's all misdirection. That's just, you know, away from where there's probably places that are actually holding whatever secrets. But
man, look at China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station. That place,
that's
man.
What I'm saying. Area 51 is maybe a misdirection away from stuff.
Dolce Base. Dolce Base is another one.
Montauk in New Jersey, I think.
Yeah. Well, the Montauk Monster, but they were doing stuff at that. They were testing that hoof and mouth disease on Plum Island. Plum Island off of the coast of Connecticut, and that's where that Lyme disease came from.
I think that's what Bondi has, hoof and mouth disease. Pretty sure.
Well, it was that thing. Remember when they had the scare in the 90s?
Yeah, I know.
Well, the hoof and mouth with the cows, and they were trying to get people to not eat meat. Oh, don't eat beef.
Yeah, they keep coming out. They have a new distraction with that whole thing. You know, every couple of years they figure out, you know, some way to try and get people to stop. Well, Bill Gates, you know, his whole.
You know, that Plum Island place was all run by Nazis. All the people that did all those tests and testing all the diseases and shit there, they were all Nazis. They were all captured scientists and stuff from World War II.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
so I found something kind of cool. It's I'll put the link for anybody that wants to see it. It's on the Internet Archive, and it's an audio, and it's called China Lake Air Weapons Station, California. Cages of children getting electroshock, tunnels, and torture by USA military. Mengele is Dr. Green. Cold War was to enact torture. Learned during World War II. Yeah, this is this is okay, great. This is in audio form. Cool. I remember reading about this. So I'm gonna put that in here.
I think the Soviets were doing shit too.
Well,
they killed millions of people.
From what I understand, Dr. Green was the name given to Dr. Mengele when he was brought here under Operation Paperclip. He was there at China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station. Now, China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station is right there near Death Valley, right there. Those jets and shit come flying through canyons and stuff in Death Valley all the time. A lot of times they go by these lookouts just because the tourists will be out there and they like to see the planes fly by. And it's pretty cool because they'll fly by like right at eye level because they're in a canyon and you're standing on the edge of it. They go by. I had one freak me out one day. I was driving down the road, and it was alongside a canyon, and the road turned to the left, which meant that there was rock here on my left hand side, and it was cliff over here with a guardrail over here on the right. And as I come up to where that starts to turn like that, this jet goes right there, and I mean, it was like, holy shit! If that I hit my brakes. It was so fucking close. I hit my brakes because I thought I was going to hit the fucking airplane, but he wasn't, I was no danger of hitting it, but that's how close they come to the road. I've had him come down and swoop over me, practice bomb me and shit when I'm going down 190. First time that happened, we were going down Highway 190 and I hear this. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And I thought I was dragging something behind me or something right? And it just got louder, and all of a sudden it just goes. When I saw these afterburners in the fucking windshield, he came down probably no more than 30 feet over my car.
Yeah,
over the Jeep. That was amazing.
That's like if you live in the Midwest, you see them crop dusters, man. They'll come down. You think they're about ready to run right into you. You know, they fly so freaking low because they're obviously dusting the crops, but they'll just come out of nowhere. You'll see, the corn's so tall, you'll just see them come out of the corn and then take a small little loop and come back down. It looks like they're about ready to crash right into you.
That's what I thought was happening. Leanne and I forget where, we was up in Michigan. And I'm driving along and we see this plane come up over the tree line and it goes up and I see it go up and I said, that plane's going to fucking crash.
Yeah.
And it turned like that and it came straight back down from where it came from and shit. And it went down such a steep angle, I was almost certain that it crashed.
Yeah. Those
so much so that when I got to my next stop, I was looking and see if there was any news reports of a fucking airplane crash. I didn't see nothing. So
those things are crazy ultralights too, so they're crazy lightweight.
Yeah, as far as plane crashes go, those things do like have one of the higher rates of crashes.
Well, I'd imagine they fly crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, and they're kind of, a lot of them are semi, amateurish, I'd say. Like they start at a much younger and less stringent, restricted age.
All right, you're 7 now. It's time for you to take the plane up.
But they come from those stock fields and stuff, they ain't like they're coming from the regular airports and stuff. So,
well, those are
get that boy a phone book to sit on.
those are the people that they wanted, during war times. They grab all those crop dusted kids and people that have been flying planes since they were teenagers, bomber pilots, and turn them into those guys.
They had a thing with the French army that was called the Escadrille de Lafayette. And it was kind of like a French Foreign Legion, but of airmen that could fly. And there was pilots from the United States, Saudi Arabia, I mean, all the allied countries who ended up before we were in the war. And there's a great book. I have it. It's in paperback. It's a 1909 edition. And the pages that come out, you got to be real careful with the pages. It's a paperback. The pages will come out. They're all yellowed. And it's called The Falcons of France. And it's a story of a young Nebraska farm boy who goes off and flies for the Escadrille de Lafayette. And it's pretty crazy because the one guy was a Russian, and the Russian guy was flying with him, and he had to quit and go home because the Russian Revolution had started. Pretty interesting. But yeah, the baby factory. Well, I'll tell you what, this gal here looked like she could feed quite a number of kids, just tell the truth. But
we just decoded a secret diary of one of Epstein's victims from his never-searched ranch in New Mexico. And what we found was beyond disturbing. Children forced to get pregnant, infants who did not survive, babies kept in what sounds like formaldehyde for their mothers to see, screaming, pain, trauma most of us can't imagine, and all of it written in code inside a blue sparkly notebook that surfaced quietly in this most recent drop of Epstein documents released by the DOJ. This may have been the purpose of the New Mexico ranch, a place that was never fully investigated. We know about the island and we know about the New York mansion, but Epstein's ranch in New Mexico is different. No raid, no forensic sweeps, no warrants, no accounting. And after his death, the estate sold and basically erased any chance of preserving that property. So what happened there? For years, what we knew came only in fragments: survivor testimony, civil filings, and now this personal journal, handwritten, a blue, sparkly little girl's notebook, written partly in code mixed with magazine clippings. It reads the way a child would write when they're scared and being watched. The writer documents repeated pregnancies. She writes about being isolated until tests were positive, about being withdrawn from others. She calls herself an incubator. I am nothing but property, she writes. She describes forced medical procedures, shots, intense pain. babies being born alive. In one entry, she writes that she was allowed only 10 to 15 minutes to hold and feed her daughter before her baby was taken away forever. She's mine. I want her back, she writes. This happens more than once. The notebook describes an obsession with genetics, hair color, eye color, a superior gene code. She questions why she was chosen, why her body, her traits, her musical abilities. She writes about special nutrition that Jeffrey made them all do, total control, no school, being taken to New Mexico and isolated from everyone and everything she was familiar with. When the writer reaches for what she cannot say directly, the notebook shifts and the language changes to sort of preservation, the ability to try to explain what she can't. But in this not so childish way, she is trying to account for the trauma that she is experiencing. And this, while it really proves nothing specifically about the ranch, it's definitely showing us that there is evidence, accounts that were written down, and nothing was done. So the question isn't just what happened in New Mexico, it's why it was never investigated. Follow for part 2 and tell me what you think of all of this.
See, we said Stanley, New Mexico. There's like nothing in Stanley, New Mexico. It's about like Stanley, Virginia, where I live.
I think a lot of these genetic, you notice that they had all these companies all trying to get people's gene codes. Oh, find out your genetic code and send us your DNA. We'll send you a free kit and send your DNA. And I think that they're farming to find out code. Are they looking for certain things and certain people? I think that's why all those companies was created, so they could catalog.
He was behind that 23andMe shit.
I think they were trying to catalog people so they could find people with certain gene codes so they could fucking grab them all.
Yeah. I bet you, man, look, this fucking shit is unreal, man.
The Israelis, they were talking about doing it. Remember that video we played a while back, months ago, where the BB was talking about, oh, we're gonna make this giant gene code. We're gonna make it so that all your medical records are all connected to your gene code. It's like, yeah, you fucks.
Yeah,
they're all trying to fucking just catalog everybody so you can figure out who you don't want and who you do.
Make gene specific diseases.
Yep,
Like
bingo.
that.
So they could attack certain genetics and
Just
take these people out.
They just become more sophisticated at poisoning the well. That's all.
Yep, that's all. Now they can just do it and get you to pay for your own fucking poisoning.
Now I'm going to tell you something. This is a motherfucker that really needs to be looked into right here, and that's that Howard Nutlick or Lutnik.
Yeah, all them goofballs.
I can see a demon. I can see the demon in him. I can see it. This guy is evil. He really is.
Little goblin.
Yeah, look at his face, even. This fucking guy.
Well, just in case you haven't heard, President Trump is outraged that everybody is referring to his administration as the Epstein administration. Well, Cuck Turd, he goes by @CatTurdSlim over on X, says Howard Lutnik can't stop laughing while President Trump described how he survived 9/11. So Trump, I mean, the entire world wants to see somebody like Lutnik completely removed from your administration. Maybe if everybody in your entire cabinet didn't have direct ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and then after they get exposed for having ties to Jeffrey Epstein, you decide to bring him on here and try to do some pity party image PR rehab tour on Lutnik, where you're going to try to convince us to feel bad for Lutnik because his entire family and company died in the World Trade Center, but he just happened to not go to work one day in 5 years. Just like a lot of people that come from that same religion didn't magically go into the Twin Towers on 9/11. Shocking, right? No one could have seen that coming.
I mean, he literally watched the plane go into the building, into the World Trade Center. Amazing story. That alone is an amazing story. He was delayed because his wife insisted that he finally, after years, take his child to school. So he took his child to school that one day, because normally he would have been in the building at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's that business, right? So you owe your wife a lot and your child a lot, right? But his wife insisted that he take his child to school. For 5 years, he didn't do it. He was horrible. What kind of a father was he? Okay, I'll do it. And he was therefore driving down at 8:43, whatever the time was, down the West Side Highway, and he saw the plane go into the side of the building. He said, wow. And he occupied the top 3 floors of the World Trade Center, of the one building of the World Trade Center. And you know what happened there? He lost 100% of the people in that, his whole company was there.
He did. He made millions off that. He stole their fucking pension money.
Oh, that's funny you mentioned. It's funny you mentioned that, Trump. You were going to release the 9/11 files too. See, that's why they did all that. When he did that, he did it all at the same time. RFK, MLK, JFK, Epstein, 9/11. He had all them little executive order, that little whole thing. Because nobody, he's like, well, if they only knew it was in the RFK files, they wouldn't be talking about these Epstein files because they're probably, more relation to it.
Who was the general of World War II that got killed in the car accident? And everybody said that Patton. Why doesn't he just Why doesn't he just come out and say that he's got the Patton files too? Gee, what an asshole. Right. He will jump on top of anybody's corpse if it gives him any kind of cred.
There's Brad and Tasha. We was wondering where they was at.
Well, it's not that. It's just they inundate you with all this information, so you forget about 5 or 6 things. We're going to audit Fort Knox. They forget about all those other little things. Well, at the same time, we're going to audit the Pentagon. You ain't going to do that either. And then at the same time, that's the one thing about these Epstein files is that no matter how many of these other things people talk about from time to time, this is the one thing that's stuck around. Probably because people really want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he tell us what the McRib is really made of too?
Yeah, right. We need to know these things. Somebody needs to, you don't have no problem renaming the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Trump, or whatever the fuck you called it. Can we get you to declare that Canadian bacon is not bacon? That it's just fucking ham. Okay.
It's Canadian bacon, Sav. I'm sorry.
No, it's just ham. It's all
Take off, Hoser.
Little tiny pieces of ham is all it is.
It's back bacon.
It is back.
You can try to church it up all you want to. It's just ham.
I have a bunch of that made up.
Oh, nothing that serious. I just found some emails in the Epstein files where they talk about studying and experimenting viruses, hijacking our nervous systems in order to make us ill forever and then profit off of us. Cool. The dangerous version is engineering them to create toxins. Where are you? Did you come to Florida? Let's start. I have a ton of ideas. Richard Axel is also coming. So we will be able to attack consciousness from spiritual, mathematical, and biological perspectives. So whatever project they're working on here, someone says notation for biology is an awesome idea. And then they say, I will fund it as a separate project if it has legs. So basically, if it has potential to make the money, they will fund it. Cell membrane, pre-living virus. It needs grammar like a programming language. Infection, infected cell, infected host, parasite functions, growth, decay, maybe things to be learned from ecological system math. Okay, so the next few emails I'm going to read, it's between Jeffrey and some person. I don't know who it is, but I think it's a woman. And this person is really curious about wanting to know more about the vagus nerve. And obviously to hijack our nervous systems, if they're studying viruses and our nervous system, and when we have a virus and that virus is feeding on foods in our bodies and it's eliminating waste, it's called a neurotoxin. It releases, and when those neurotoxins are hitting our nerves, it causes all different symptoms. It's even more toxic than the virus itself. So I think that's why this person is wanting to research the vagus nerve. But they say, yup, it is just the beginning. The vagus is the interface for the nervous-immune system, but so much more, lots to do. Just checking to say hi, help me think about how to test idea of vagus as storage area and passageway for pathogens. I just realized an even more compelling connection for Parkinson's too. Found some really amazing people. They all think about the role of bacteria invading. Vagus will end up being key since it's the only link between enteric and central nervous systems. No one is looking at viral stuff in Vegas, which is where I think the big news will be. And right in plain fucking sight, man. They're talking about these fucking illnesses and talking about what's actually causing them. Viruses, bacteria. They say ALS. It's like a bug entering through the enterics and goes to spine rather than the brain. You look up ALS on Google. I have my computer right here. Cause is not known. Environmental, genetic, and medical medium has been saying this forever. And then they go off and propose their ideas, right? Paul Greengard thinks my ideas about the Vegas are pretty cool. And he says that I should come to NYC and work in his lab and he will help me figure it out or at least get started. He says he wants in early on so that he can win his second Nobel. If I can figure out the finances, etc., I will see about starting a part-time posting at Rockefeller. Oh, there you go, baby. XOXO, peace and love.
These motherfuckers are like mad scientists all gathered together. Hey, let's create a virus or something.
What's up?
Sorry. Go ahead, Covey.
I was just gonna say that's why they changed their lingo, their language from like GMO to bioengineered once people start catching on to their little game, and it's stuff like that, like parasites basically is a big problem with a lot of diseases like she's talking about ALS, and you can get rid of those with that mectin stuff, just saying. But yeah, they a lot of these things, this crap that they give us is all through the food system, and they're just there's so many problems that we got going on. It's like we really need to get to the bottom of them.
Says Netanyahu has cancer.
Oh, that's too bad.
Will they find a cure all of a sudden?
Probably. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is facing critical health condition. He has blood cancer diagnosed yesterday.
Well, he's lived too long anyway, so
it's good for him.
Well, they'll shoo him out and they'll bring in the next jerk off who'll do all the insane shit. Who do you think's the next bozo they're gonna pull into that shithole?
Another nightmare.
Look at that one. This is the worst cancer I've ever seen. Yeah, I gotta save that.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, even some of my family members that don't really pay a whole lot of attention to any of this for sure, but not a whole lot in general. Even they're starting to wake up to the whole Israel stuff. It's becoming a wide awake.
Oh, it's getting big. It's getting big. I think everybody's starting to see the
why are we doing all this for Israel? Well, when your life is getting progressively worse, and they keep shipping off all kinds of resources and stuff to this one place, and they leave all of us in the dust. I mean, it's bound to take a toll and people start to notice.
They could take a what do you call tomorrow and ask the majority of people in this country and probably any other country and tell them, would you support these people or support what they do? I think the majority of people everywhere would be like, no, we don't support any of this shit.
This picture of him looks like Grandpa fell asleep in the middle of telling you about Omaha Beach. He's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, he's not looking good either.
No, not even close.
I think they're all aging really fast.
They probably realize that they're running out of time at this point. The way everybody's kind of waking up this, like I said, the average person's kind of seeing a lot of crap they never saw before in their life, and they're like, what's going on?
Did you notice? I wanted to ask you guys something too. Did you notice that there's been a lot of internet problems today?
Yeah, YouTube. Earlier, my YouTube wasn't working.
Yeah, and I think this shit's. Do you think? I mean, somebody mentioned it today in a comment that said, "Oh, well, it won't be long before they shut it all down." Now that was somebody said today, and I said, "Well, I mean, with all this information they're kicking out, and now everybody kind of syncing together with all this Israel shit, the virus crap, the Epstein files, the Ghislaine shit." All these people being arrested, all these CEOs and world leader fucking jerk offs. And I think holy shit, are they out? And I thought about it, and I was like, shit, maybe that's what they will do. It's probably what they'll have to do, because at that point it'll be critical mass, and they would probably have to shut the thing down because too much information, too many people interlinked, too many people talking, too many people.
I thought that at first too, but I think it's more when they do stuff like that they're shutting it down to fortify their
Obvious.
security. No, they're fortifying, like they're fortifying their security against that. They're putting in measures, because they need the internet to put out their propaganda and misinformation. They say we're misinformation, but it's actually them. It's always projection the opposite way around. But I don't think they would truly want to shut it down, because like I said, then they'll have to that's one of their big avenues of getting out all this crap to the or to the the average person, is to
I know, but think about it,
social media, regular media, all that. But
think about it this way, though. That would shoot people right back into the TV, just like the old days all over again.
I don't know. Maybe.
And now you've limited everybody's ability to talk, and now you can just spew out whatever you want to give.
How many people get the newspaper anymore? I know there's some, but how many people actually get the newspaper anymore?
How many newspapers are left? That's the big question.
I used to get it for a while. Yeah, not many. The local one around, the big local one around here, just shut down their main operation. But I don't know anybody haven't seen a paper boy since I moved to this place, and I don't know, a few years. Like, I've never seen one in this neighborhood. My old neighborhood, a couple of people still got it, but it was a little bit of an older neighborhood. The old guard would get the newspaper, but
yeah, I mean,
this new generation, it's all social media. That's why I don't think they would shut it down as much.
It's all digital. They can just deliver it to you digitally and have it uploaded to you.
They all do, like, especially our local paper. They got it online, and it comes through a paywall. It's like, I didn't like it as the paper. I'm not going to pay for it online.
Yeah,
it's full of ads and all kinds.
I
of
want that
bullshit
fucking fish wrap for, man.
Oh yeah, no kidding. I just use it as, for Christmas time.
Yeah. Every year, the lady from work hits me up every year and says, okay, so let me know if you ever want to go, if you want to have a direct deposit. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Just keep sending me the check. She said, I don't understand why you want the paper check. She said, out of all the employees, you're the only person. And I'm like, because I don't want all the digital shit. I said, no, I go to the store and I buy the paper. I want a paper check. I said, I don't want the digital shit, because then shit happens to it. One time they sent me a check, and it was it had $1,400 more than I should have had, and I could have not said anything, but I realized.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I realized that the digital shit's even worse. Like, that gets screwed up way worse. So I was like, no, I don't want all that digital shit. Just send me the paper check in the mail. I don't care. I'd rather just get the paper check. I can go do what I want with it, cash it anywhere I want, not cash it, burn it, whatever. I said, at least I have something physical in my hand. I'm the same way with a paper. Or, if I want the paper, I don't read it online. I go to the store and I buy the paper, like the old days.
Yeah. And that makes you have to even wonder, what are the fish sellers going to do, even? Like when you go to Arthur Treacher's, like the original fish joints over in England, are they still using print wrap?
I don't know. All that ink soaking into the fish.
Good for you. They don't care. They got bad teeth anyway. It's like your like brotherhood bad.
Yeah,
bad,
you gotta. It's good when you're eating your eel pie.
Yeah, what is that other nasty show? What the fuck is figgy pudding, anyways?
Fig.
Yeah, sounds nasty. Kidney
fig pudding's probably good, but like,
kidney. Who the fuck wants
steak
to eat a kidney?
Steak and kidney pie.
I think over in the UK they make something called a faggot. You can see it online.
Yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah,
I don't know if they're like a pie type thing. I don't know. Somebody from the UK.
You put them in the oven.
Yeah.
There was some people got offended. There was people that got offended by that. They was putting them in the oven and said, "Oh, that's mean."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's not what they're talking about. Shut up. I hate people.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. I have such a hard time.
Pizza's here.
No, it's Deborah. I don't know if she knows, but I'm on a show, and I can't, Oh, She said, "Are you online? Because I didn't get a notification. I found
her
you."
YouTube was probably messed up.
Yeah, YouTube was messed up for a little bit. We got 201 viewers right now on YouTube, though.
Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody in chat too.
Because we got a lot of people in here, man. Look at this.
Awesome.
Look at all these people. There, she says, "I found you." What? I wasn't lost.
There you are, right where you were.
You're gonna sound like a Jehovah's Witness asking, "Have you found salve? Have you heard the
You'd like to
word
hear
of
about your
salve?"
Lord and Savior, Sav?
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Listen, I'll only join your cult if we all wear matching jumpsuits. Purple.
All right, we can do that. We can do that. I'll bring the Kool-Aid.
It's got to be the 3 stripes on the side too.
I'll bring the Kool-Aid too, man.
And
So-
Nikes. We got to wear Nikes.
Nikes.
So I have some of the biggest news that almost any woman could bring the country, and the media is refusing to cover it. It's really interesting. So we'll see what happens. But luckily, I have some good friends at the best places, and so they're going to be covering it. But the craziest thing is that people like Stan Pottinger and Brad Edwards are working against me getting any information out there. And Brad loves to stand at a podium and drag around women that have hurt other women. And it's a lot. It's a lot to watch. He's very proud of his recruiter clients that some were there 15 years. You do the math. They were very well paid to watch other people suffer. And I actually did the opposite. So even though Brad's, he gaslighted me and his partner harmed me very badly, emotionally and physically, actually, I forgave the whole time. I stood up for them. I said, buy Brad's book, because it's a great book, but he's not great. And I heard he was at CrimeCon. He's such a peddler of information, and he wants to be in completely famous off of this case. He and Brittany stood at CrimeCon in a booth. That's so gross, folks. I'm sorry, but Brad, really? What are you going to do next? Bring one of your recruiter clients that was there 15 years, bring her to CrimeCon, show her off because she's such a hero? You know, we have to figure out in our society, this word victim is really being heavily used right now. And some people are actually victimizers. And I'm going to tell you, I worked for Jeffrey Epstein. And after 1 year, I knew there was something wrong the whole time, but I didn't know what it was because it wasn't made clear to me because I was never in the bedroom. I was at a desk at the front door, okay? So my information was that a lot of kids were coming and going. And Ghislaine and the people who own modeling agencies that were standing there discredited my theory that somebody's being harmed here. And, you know, they all made fun of me and said, oh, you're paranoid. But the people that were harmed and they recruited others to be harmed and they were adult women, dude, those women, Brad is so proud of them. That's how he's making all of his money, off of women who harmed other women. Get that, let that sink in, because I don't mean they just kind of harmed them. I mean, they Sarah Kellen'd them, okay? Sarah Kellen'd them. Look her up if you don't know who she is.
Who's the Brad she's talking about?
That's that guy that's been going around doing talks with these supposed victims.
I don't know who that is.
And they go up and standing in front of podiums and shit all the time.
The question I have is why she's still alive?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And why is it a theory if you actually saw it?
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know. Possibly, I guess.
Once again, why would people have the gut feeling and not say, okay, my gut says get up and run and not run?
Right. You know, there's some people that a lot of people are quick to dismiss that gut feeling, you know, and succumb to that of, oh, you're just being paranoid and that kind of thing like that. And because it's what they've trained you to do, disregard your senses. and you're easier to pull shit over on that on if you disregard your senses. That's just the reality of that. So I think that there's a degree of that, but not everybody. Come on. Huh. I mean, right now, they're for the mainstream media to be even barely touching this at all is that should tell people anything they need to know right there about what their news agency is, because like I said, this is like the biggest shit going on, right? And people are talking about the fucking curling.
Nancy Guthrie, wall-to-wall coverage of Nancy Guthrie, because she's the most important person missing right now, right? Missing.
Oh yeah. Oh, is she now missing?
Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's Savannah's mom, the one they've been talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, not the reporter. But
yeah, no, not her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, listen, nobody's gonna hang on to that old woman that long. No, I think that woman came to a nefarious end. They're not gonna find her. This is a publicity thing.
Yeah.
It ain't got shit to do with the Epstein. I guarantee it. They're trying to connect it because of her interview,
Yeah. How long before they have a replacement for her too, and she suddenly shows up and says, "Oh, I'm fine."
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I look different now because I underwent some kind of fucking weird plastic surgery.
I didn't know what she looked like before because I never heard of her.
Exactly. That's why they're making such a big deal about it. But they don't give two shits about the 300,000 kids missing. You never hear a word about that. Right. So that should tell you right there. This is just distraction. So that's all they're trying to do. It's mockingbird shit. So they're just feeding them these shit stories so they can distract people from talking and giving more information and having more people come out and more people talk against.
I haven't, I haven't given that fucking story a lick of attention. I'm like, just cursory. Okay, so this broad, she did this interview and her mom's missing. She says it's Epstein. The FBI has found absolutely nothing whatsoever. Big surprise.
No Cash Patel. Where's Cash Patel been? I haven't seen his dopey, stupid ass.
God. What about the Podfather?
The Podfather.
Yeah, no shit. Where's the Podfather? I haven't heard anything from him. Didn't he have some fucking person on his show sitting there berating him?
There he is. There's our guy.
I don't watch him.
Oh, I don't watch him, but I know I've seen other people talking about that he came out and well, Ryan Mata's said some shit about him here recently too, but yeah, and listen, he's crashing and failing. The only people watching him are bots. Let's get real. Ain't nobody really paying attention to that motherfucker. Nobody takes him serious anymore.
So
you talked a tough game, you went up there and you folded like a fucking cheap lawn furniture,
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this. Was he pushed out or did he realize that this is a shit show and I'm out?
No.
So you don't think he's that honest enough to say, okay, fuck this. I'm jumping off the sinking ship?
No, not at all. Not when you talk all that mess about how you're going to go in there and uncover all this stuff and then come out like an MK Ultra subject and be like, I've seen the files and there's nothing in them.
Yeah, right. And you got two media whores vying for camera time, right?
Yeah.
And Cash Patel's in the lead position, so he's going to kind of prima donna shit over top of him. Listen, they're all like showing. Who is it? Christy Nome going to fire a motherfucker because he didn't have her blankie.
Yeah.
She needs her whoopee.
Her favorite blankie.
She needs a security blanket so she can suck her thumb. Curl up in a fetal position.
And that's the guy, the married guy that she's fucking while she's married.
Corey Lewandowski. I can't believe it. They all run around the same circles, man. I can't. He got freaking fired out of Trump's inner circle too because of sexual allegations.
Yep. He's a little horn dog.
Who was that broad that was getting felt up in the movie theater with the goofy glasses? That
Lauren
looks like she's fucking. She looks like she's in fucking La
Oh,
La Land all
Blobert.
the time.
Lauren
Yeah,
Lauren
yeah.
Almost any woman could bring the country, and
What
the
is
media is refusing.
12
That last video is playing or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
Bobert. She looks like she's on fucking cloud 9 all the time. Like she
I
looks
seen
like
her the other day. She looks different now too. I mean, they all eventually do, but
she's got a weird old lady look to her. Cover her face and then look at her.
Yeah, well,
And then
she's kind of Jewy looking.
she's got a weird face. I don't know what it is about her. She's got a weird look that is like from another time. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't look. It's strange. Just something about her is kind of weirdly off.
I think you're strangely sexually attracted to her.
Well, if you cover her face, then she's pretty good looking. But then
So you're saying she's a butterface.
Yeah, she's got the face of like an old lady. She's got an old lady face.
Okay, I dig
She's got the weird big glasses, and she's always got that like I'm high as hell look.
she's up there as far as it goes, as far as congressional people go. Like when you're
So you're referring to the movie theater video of her being a willing participant of the popcorn prank?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Her competition isn't real stiff, if you know what
Is
I
that a
mean.
Butterfinger? Or are you happy to see me?
I see what you done there. Jesus. Anyway, this is kind of crazy.
12-year-old triplets were flown in from France for Epstein's birthday and flown back the following day after being sexually abused.
Virginia describes an orgy in which there were 12-year-olds there. So, yes. And we've got the Melbourne newspaper, daily newspaper, saying 11 and 12. And then we've got these therapists saying under 10. So if the media really want, why am I able to get this information? And the media, the mainstream media with its seemingly infinite resources cannot get this information. What is up with that?
12.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I hit the button.
Yeah, you're good to go, bro. Good to go.
Yeah, they're all of them are weirdly off. All of them are, you can kind of look at them all and kind of say, yeah, they all look a little off. Patel's looks like he's all coked up. Bobbitt looks like she's from somebody from the 50s. Lindsey Graham looks like a friggin' fiend, I mean, they all. Did you see the Lindsey?
Hobbit.
Yeah, they all look weird.
What was that? Somebody said to Google what Lindsey Graham ladybug butt. Hey, Leanne, wasn't that what they said to Google? Lindsey Graham ladybug butt.
Who was that reporter guy that walked up to Lindsey Graham and said, "Why don't you just come out and tell everybody you're gay?"
I don't know who the reporter was. He showed that the other night. It was pretty funny. Somebody needed to do it.
Did that other guy retire? Who was the old guy that kept falling and stuff all the time?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch
No, but he's
McConnell.
back in the hospital. I didn't know he ever left, to tell you the truth. He had to go get another extension put onto his turtleneck, I guess.
Okay, so they call him. All right, so Senator Lindsey Graham has garnered a playful nickname with the LGBTQ plus community. Lady G, this humorous moniker, playfully highlights some lighthearted speculation and anecdotes shared among individuals who are familiar with him. It's also on TikTok, Lady G and Ladybug, the gay community nickname. He's got a war boner. He's got a war boner right now because we're just getting ready to hit fucking Iran. He can't wait. You say something about him giving a speech or something?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that.
he was
It's like
he was
20,
all uptight.
second-
He was all
find a
uptight.
condensed version.
Guy's a dirtbag.
Was it in Munich?
No, it was in Israel.
He was saying that something about Israel knows what's best, and oh my god.
Oh shit.
I'm not in front of my computer. I'm not in front of the machine. I don't have it, so
Oh god. This is a terrible fucking picture. These people have no shame. And I love it.
they're just outing themselves. That's all the shit's doing. It's just outing them all.
Wait.
What's he picking his nose?
He's putting lipstick on him.
Oh.
Here,
His
I'm about to drop a link in the regular
his
chat.
orange fucking makeup and shit.
I put a link in the regular
Is this
chat.
it there?
I put a link in the regular chat. It's a short.
Shit, I gotta plug this thing in. This battery sucks. I need a new phone. I think in a few weeks I'm gonna buy a new one.
No.
Well, I've had this thing for ages. It's getting a little long in the tooth now.
I know. I got an iPhone 11. They're on like 18 now.
Yeah, this dude, I'm on like this thing's like Android 10. This thing's antique.
Yeah, in tech terms.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the best things I've ever owned. Though I've had it crazy long and it works perfect, and I've done all kinds of insane crap with this thing.
That's what she said.
That's why I never got rid of this one that I got, the 11. Ever since that one worked just fine. I'm like, as long as this keeps going,
Yeah,
I'll run it
I think
into
that's
the
what this
ground.
is, Android 11.
Yeah.
I've literally plugged everything into this TVs. I've used it as a home computer. I've edited crap, video camera.
Fully compromised.
It's the best thing ever. And I like Sav had to get his new one because the old one was giving him problems. And same thing. The screen's cracked on two ends on this thing. I mean, it's beat hell.
So what's this thing says? Wars of the future are being planned here in Israel. Oh boy.
Yeah,
the wars of the future are being planned here in Israel, because if you're not one step ahead of the enemy, you suffer. The
Who's the enemy?
Clever, creative military forces on the planet are here in Israel because they have to be to survive. So what we're looking at is that Israel is advancing down the road of new weaponry far beyond us, and it would be nice to have a process where we could be partners. The wars of the
I did see that.
Well, thanks for telling us what we already knew, Lindsay.
The question is, who's the enemy? One.
Us.
Two, where are they getting the money to produce all this wonderful weaponry that's gonna do all this shit? Yeah, us. It's such a fucking joke. Sorry.
It is.
I don't want any of this shit done in my name at all. Period.
We're one and the same at this point. We are Israel. Israel is us. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How you want to call it, but that's what
As far as our government is concerned, yeah.
Yeah, they're up each other's ass, and that's it. Just bending them over. I don't know how the fuck these people get this fucking crazy influence. They produce nothing, they make nothing, and everything they touch, they destroy. Yet they have all this influence.
When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for people to abolish.
It's like Freemasonry. Well, a bunch of it is, but all the lower level Freemasons think that they're in the know and got all the knowledge, when technically they're just they have no knowledge at all. All the upper levels of Masonry are the ones with the true knowledge, and they're just using the lower level ones to carry out their plans, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And they're the ones that profit from effing everything up.
And they think they're gonna, get their.
I mean, this is basically
enlightenment one day, but technically they're just being.
This is basically like what killed Rome.
Yep.
This is what did Rome in. Letting them people in.
And it's a good thing, because what have the Romans ever done for us? The aqueducts. There's the
aqueducts, yeah, pasta.
All right, but besides the aqueduct, the pasta, the wine.
What about Roman noodles?
Yeah, and
Roman numerals.
Roman numerals. And besides that, what have the Romans ever done for us?
Yeah.
So you're down with those bastards. That's it.
But I'm saying,
remember that in the Life of Brian the other night?
Yeah.
What have the Romans ever done for us? The aqueduct? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, besides the
What else?
aqueduct, they keep coming up with things, and that's when they knock out the door. They hide under blankets and shit, their ass sticking up in the air and shit. The Romans just come in there, look around.
That's how Trump
found
sleeps
this
at night.
spoon.
That's how Trump sleeps at night, with his ass outside the blankets, just sitting up like that.
I wonder if he's shat the bed yet.
I don't know.
He probably has. I bet there's some nasty fucking shit been done in that bed they got up there. I wonder if they have to switch out the mattress every time there's a new.
Probably puts on an extra Depends when he goes to sleep at night, you know. In case
Kind of with the little
wants to see
seals
next.
around the legs. You got the little seals to prevent leakage. You know.
The big boys, the pull-ups. Gotta have some pull-ups.
Yep. There you go.
Ooh, who's that demon?
But I think it's important that we dissect it because I believe there may have been some clues left behind. So we have this stack of. Like most people, I was very disturbed by this image, but I think it's important that we dissect it because I believe there may have been some clues left behind. So to get started, we have this stack of money. It says JP Morgan and Chase. We have this creepy man and he's standing in his boxers with no shirt on. He has his finger over his mouth and he's going, shh. We also see that there's a mirror facing the bed and the girl that's lying in the bed is dressed as Snow White. If you go to look up the term Snow White in the Epstein library, you will get some results. One of those results is an email exchange between Jess Stolle and Jeffrey Epstein. Jess says to Jeffrey Epstein on July 9th, 2010, "That was fun. Say hi to Snow White." Jeffrey Epstein responded by saying, "What character do you want next?" Now, fun little fact about Jess is that he worked at JP Morgan and Chase between 1990 and 2013. And if you search up his name on Google Images, you'll find an image of him with his finger over his mouth. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking this, but the guy in this painting looks so much like Jess. And Jess did work at JP Morgan and Chase for 34 years. He also emailed Jeffrey Epstein about Snow White. I don't know, guys.
Whoa.
All these idiot TikTokers and people that she got teabagged and put his fupa right over the top of her head. You got all these people, man. It's like they put their profile pics right next to like Epstein. It's like I don't want to be like in the same picture where like Epstein
Right next to that
next to me.
motherfucker. What are you doing, man? Right?
Poor Velma.
So it's like why you even need your head? You got to point up at everything. It's like just don't even just comment on it. You don't have to put your stupid face in there.
Well, there was so much pull that the Play Store and the app thing took down that up scrolled so people couldn't download it, and there was so much fucking outrage that they put it back up.
It ain't no better than the rest of them, though. It's just as much censorship as the rest.
Sure. But still, I'd like to see that whole fucking plan of TikTok fail. I would. And besides that, I hate fucking TikTok.
Yeah. Well, they brought that back for the very reason what it is now, so that it could be used as an Israeli propaganda tool. That's why Ellison bought it.
Rumble's gonna start doing shorts.
Are they?
Yeah. And they've been advertising an app for your phone.
They already got an app for your phone.
Here's the thing about
more ads for it and shit too.
Here's the thing about the shorts that I don't like. One, it narrows your attention down to a short, so it doesn't give you any context of what the hell you're watching. It's just made to be a quick blip. The other thing is that it runs them in succession, so it randomizes them a lot of times. So you're watching a short, and then you let it run, and then it runs another short, and then runs another short, and then runs another short. So you're watching things that you didn't look at, you had no intention of looking at or searching for, but yet it's rolling these things through if you don't Stop it. So it just plays another one, and then plays another one, and then plays another one.
That's the whole idea behind it, though. Like you're saying, it shortens your attention span, and then you lose your attention, and it's throwing out all the.
Look at that! Look at this! Look at that! Wow, a cat! Wow, blue color! Wow, ice cream cone! Wow, look at these guys! A car crash! Wow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
I know.
this.
It's like artificial ADHD.
Yeah, exactly. It's like induced ADHD.
That's why you can't talk to these kids. You can't.
I know.
The only reason I put them on is because they're easier than doing the video uploads, and it's designed that way.
Yeah.
Anything they want you to do is obviously convenient.
Oh,
so.
It's going to be real convenient. That's why they'll put the slowest retard on the one checkout that's manned. Try to get you to go through. I'll wait. Fuck it. I got all kinds of time. I'll wait.
You know what I do? I fuck with them and give them a bunch of change and shit just so I can fucking screw with them. So it gives me more time to sit there and look and say, wow. I used back in the day when I used to eat, what do you call it? We used to go to the specific Burger King that this guy I worked with he never wanted to go to any other one, just this one specific one. I don't know why. So one day, all I had, I had no money on me. I had a bunch of change. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just get a French fry or something. So all I had was like $1 and a bunch of change. So I took the $1 out and handed it to him. And he's like, oh, this is only a $1. And then I said, oh, I got the rest in change. And he went, So I took the change, I counted it out, and then I put it in his hand. And he took the change and smacked it onto the table. And then he had to stop what he was doing completely and separate all the change out onto the table and count it on the table. So every time I would go, I would give him nothing but change, so I can watch him take the change.
I'm noticing. I've always been a student of everything that's in a grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is psychologically done. Okay. The placement of products,
the
colors, everything, right?
Yep.
So I'm not too naive to know that part of that psychological conditioning is putting the slowest, most retarded fucking cashier at checkout to get me to use the fucking
the automation
self-checkout, right? And I ain't gonna do it. I'm not helping the fucking robots. Okay. I'm gonna deal with a person. I'll wait. I'll be patient. I'll work my way through it because that's how steadfast in that I am. I'm not doing it. And that's a psychological manipulation. And another one that they're doing is when you pay with cash, they all got to take their little pen and make a mark on each one of the bills, right?
Yeah.
To see if it's counterfeit or not, right?
Yeah.
And that's just another fucking hold up thing to make it so that you'll use your goddamn card. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And so to make it even worse, when they give me back change, then I take the fucking, I ask them for their marker. And I said, what? Let me see your marker. And I take it and I check all the bills that they gave me and I look at them suspiciously while I'm checking them. Fuck you. My money's no good. Yours isn't either, motherfucker. You ain't no
the ID thing. I'm sorry.
Check your goddamn money. How do I know you didn't take my real money and give me back change? It was counterfeit. Dog food coupons that you printed some shit on, dick. Right?
There's one cashier. One time I went in and gave her $100 bill, right? And she did the whole thing with the marker. I was like, "Oh, it's good. I just made it yesterday." You should have seen the look she gave me. she didn't even want to. She just went and got her manager. It's like, dude, it's just a joke. That's another
shit. See, I do that all the time. I say, yeah, I just printed that myself a little while ago.
Man, you really think I did that, huh? And they would tell you about it.
I say, the key is you just don't put your own picture on it.
Yeah, right.
The other thing that they do up here, they do it big time. Massachusetts does it too. Is it doesn't matter how old you look. It doesn't matter if you're 70 with gray hair and balding and hunched over. It doesn't matter. They're going to ID you if you're buying cigarettes or alcohol. And here's the real kicker. One day I went and bought a non-alcoholic beer. I'm not crapping you. And they ID'd me for non-alcoholic beer. And I said, you realize how stupid this is, right? And the girl looked at me and said, I don't care. I just have to do it. And I said, just keep the beer. And I just just walked away. I just said,
Yeah, no
keep
shit.
it. I
That's a
don't want it.
lost art too, is counting your change back. I did it out of habit back in the day when I did work a cashier job, but and then the whole thing with the psychological, that's why they put all this essentials in the back, the
Yeah.
milk and stuff. So you
Yeah.
got to walk past all the crap on your way, and they put the junk up front.
Yeah. Like he was saying with the colors and the placement and where it is, it's all psychological because it gets you to look at a certain color. Kids will want to reach.
In the pharmacist is always up high.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're up on an elevated platform. Why? What the fuck's going on up there that's so special?
We got Skittles.
Oh shit.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
everyone?
DJ, what's happening, buddy?
man?
Hi, Sub. Hello, Chad. Hello, Demon. Hello, Truth You, and the chat.
What's happening?
I'm happy to see you back with your channel. I was watching you. Sometimes I watch, but I don't really chat because I watch and I sleep at the same time. I have to work. Yeah. After. But yeah, I'm happy to see you back. Yeah.
Well, he was
only
just
gone
on the
for a
other
week.
channel because he got a strike on this one.
Yeah, I was on the backup channel, man.
Are you subscribed to that? Sauce
Yeah,
Play?
yeah.
All right.
See, you gotta pay attention.
That's why I'm so sorry. I maybe
No worries, man.
misspoke. I'm very bad at English, so sometimes I'm sorry. When it's been a long time.
Let me ask you something, DJ. Where are you at now? Are you in Quebec?
Yeah, I'm like 1 hour from Quebec City.
Okay, I was just curious. What's your take on all this that's been uncovered in the Epstein administration? We should call it.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe a big distraction.
Are Canadians talking about it?
Me, it's in my feed all over the place, and I don't even watch this.
Whoa.
Yeah, in the suggestion, I watch like a YouTuber streamer when I come back or when I wake up, whatever. But I don't even watch things about government or anything. But my feed
sure.
is only that. Trump.
Well, let me just give you the fucking cliff notes, okay? Recent information confirms what we've been saying for a long time, that the world is run by pedophilic, vampiric, cannibalistic weirdos, man. I mean, monsters, literal fucking monsters that may actually not even be human, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw you talk about the reptilian people. I saw a video yesterday, a girl that I follow on YouTube, and she showed. I don't know if it's AI but like it's like a dude who's talking. I think it's a pastor, and the guy doesn't blink for like 1 minute or two. You saw that?
Yeah, man.
There's
Listen,
a
I
guy
knew a
behind
chick
it.
like that.
It's like you saw his face in the window.
I knew
Isn't
a chick
it-
like that down when I worked in the desert, man. There was this chick. She was a real pretty girl, but she had like an emotionless face. And
Crazy eyes.
And she never blinked. She never fucking blinked, man. I was like, that chick's like a vampire or something, man.
Speaking of that, and then in connection with Epstein, if you guys remember that Stacy Plasek, I think is her name. She's a representative from the Virgin Islands. Why they have one, I don't know, but nonetheless, where she's sitting there and her little assistant is like MK Ultra, and she's like mouthing in the background everything.
Oh
she's
yeah,
saying.
exactly what she was doing. Yeah, I remember that.
She's a perfect example, not blinking. She's a perfect
Yeah.
example of those. Makes you wonder what those people really are. Are they controlled by these little MKs or aliens or freaking
Drill
lizards
worms.
or whatever the case may be? You know,
Krill worms, bro.
yeah. And
Think
it's an
about
unfortunate
that,
part of that too, that everybody's hearing about the Epstein thing. That's the unfortunate part, is it's big business for some people. They're making a business and a money online over talking about it, and that's a bunch of crap instead of actually doing something about it. Here we are, I'm getting clicks and views. It's like, good for you. What?
The video I put the link. It's like 30 seconds in the private chat.
All right, hang on, I'm looking for something.
How long has it been since Quebec has tried to separate from Canada?
Oh my God, this has been a long time. I
remember in the 90s they tried to do it.
I was small and young. Oh my God.
Don't worry, Trump's coming to save you.
Oof. But you know what? When it was the quote COVID, what was wonderful is to see English people and French Canadian from Quebec and Canada also. But all those people, everyone like reunite with the trucker and they stop everything.
Yeah, I remember
Then
that.
on the news, they say, "Oh, it's okay now. The virus is gone. You can go and do your stuff now. It's okay."
Yeah, Trudeau.
But it was not that. It was the people who stopped everything.
Where's Trudeau these days? What's he up to?
Wasn't he dating Katy Perry or something?
Yes.
Dumb crap like that.
Katy Perry.
He's going maybe in
That's the
space.
last I heard. Anyway.
She must be a lesbian. She's going on with that guy.
Hey, you know that Jean-Benet Ramsey's mentioned in these files too, in connection with this shit too. Yeah.
You know who has a connection with that whole thing? TFE's boy there.
Will Duffy. Well, I looked for
not Will Duffy, the guy that his mentor.
Yeah, Bob Enyart.
Bob Enyart.
Oh, right. So I did a search for Bob Enyart in the emails, and he didn't come up.
He was their pastor or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, with the Ramseys. I looked for it, see if there was an Epstein connection. I haven't found one, other than John Benet. So
how I don't know if I would say popular, but how big was Enyart as far as that goes? Like, would he have been running around with those types, you think? I think that would have been, I don't know, fringy maybe, but
I think fringely, yeah, I would say enough to be. The Ramseys were pretty well off.
Yeah,
you know,
I just didn't know how big, like, because Bob Enyart was still more like conspiratorial, so to speak, as far as
he was controlled opposition.
Right, I get that, but I'm saying that, the people
absolutely,
that looked at him, still looked at him a little bit as a conspiratorial, not in our aspect, but in a different way.
Yeah.
I mean, having him, well, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, would you, think of the connection. That's where I was going with it, is that there was connections there. Like, it just happened that Bob Enyart happened to be their pastor,
His son supposedly is involved in the church they're in now, but he was putting out videos on YouTube, but I haven't seen him put out anything in a while. I forget what his first name. His Bob Enyart's son.
Oh,
he was part of that whole Kingdom Agape church or whatever.
Yeah, where's Duffy? Haven't heard nothing from him either.
He was doing some stupid stuff about some. He's around, but it doesn't have to. He's still bashing flat Earth, but whatever. Who cares? He's a
Shake the globe.
Yeah,
it was more to do with he was pushing some kind of other like religious theory. I can't remember.
Here in Canada, Quebec, there's a lot of Catholic church.
Oh, evolution. Sorry, DJ.
That was being cut in the pedophilia and everything, and it doesn't surprise me now when I'm awake and I see all of this.
Kevin Annett and crew busted in and broke up a ninth circle ritual that was happening at one of those cathedrals, man.
Kevin Annett,
yeah. He was with the ICTTC, the International Tribunal, that ended up becoming that thing that's with, what the fuck is his name? Fat dude, he's dead now. Steele. Robert David Steele.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I got a clip of it here in a sec. Anyway, I was talking about those vril parasites.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. Check this out. I've looked into this a little bit.
All right, put on your tinfoil hats, guys, because today we're talking about vril parasites. These beings are considered to be an intraterrestrial reptilian species. Some call them vril type 1 lizards. They're allegedly parasitic, carnivorous, and malevolent entities that love to engage in sadistic and debaucherous behavior. They have an appendage called a proboscis at the top of their head that detaches, and their entire consciousness can be injected into a human's eye to take over their body. Once it enters the body, it swirls around the optic nerve and then proceeds to an area of the brain where it will excrete the parasitic cells and kill the human. After taking over the body, it's called a drone. Here's a picture of Dolly holding one up with what seems to be an injured person behind him, possibly someone who was just droned. It's believed that this is why you see so many high-ranking officials and celebrities with these gnarly black eyes. It is pretty weird when you think about it, because how many people do you know that have ever had a black eye in their entire life? Oftentimes, these parasites are able to retain the former human's memories and are able to replicate their behaviors. This makes it easier for the parasite to assimilate and not cause suspicion from the victim's immediate friends or family. Basically, these reptilian beings will use human hosts in high-ranking positions to gain control and influence so that they can serve the Illuminati and other occult societies' interests. This is allegedly why you're often seeing depictions of the all-seeing eye. To prevent the breakdown of the human host body, apparently the vril needs to regularly ingest stem cell-rich blood. We've heard plenty of stories of celebrities drinking blood and harming babies. It's possible this is why there's such a large-scale agenda to promote abortion and fund Planned Parenthood. Women are also pushed to give birth in hospitals where their placentas are often stolen and sold to the highest bidder. So how can you tell if someone's been droned? Aside from the very blatant black eye followed by around 2 weeks of sickness, a lot of drones lose their hair early in life, male and female. Some of them are devoid of intelligence, so they don't understand dry humor or sarcasm. They also exhibit psychotic behaviors such as lack of empathy and sympathy. They enjoy engaging in deviant acts of perversion, self-gratification, and even torture. I think this theory is super interesting. I want to believe that the people in power who commit these horrifying atrocities are not human, but what do you guys think?
Let me ask this: where does it come from?
Ew.
Is it created, or is it something natural, or is it something that's created? And
there's something about this island. I'm trying to recall now because this I'm going back years into this because I remember looking into this years back. I'm trying to remember. I think it was something that Himmler was fucking with too. And I'm wanting to say it's regarding somewhere near the North Pole. It's where they discovered these things. Like a whole society of them. I don't know. It's been a long time. I'll have to go back into my shit. It was like really some far out shit. Oops. All right, we got him, girl. Relax.
Oh yeah, before we lose the conversation about the reptilian, I put the link of the video.
Hold on a second, I'm getting it. I know, I saw it. I grabbed it.
Okay.
I gotta put it over here. Don't start without me here. Let's see, I want to go away from that. And I want to go to this.
Last night was a new moon night. It was the circle of fire.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty crazy.
These guys are shapeshifters. The masses do not have an ounce of discernment. I'm going to play part of this video for you, and I'll let you see if you pick up on it or not.
You decide who to marry. Pray like blazes to God. Lord, give me wisdom. Guide me by your spirit. Secondly, make sure that the person you're going to marry is a follower of Christ, because marriage is really the two of you together, influencing the niche of the world that you live in to be more like heaven. That's one of the main purposes of marriage, the main mission of marriage. Change the environment. Change people to be more just, more loving, more gracious, more forgiving, more kind, more patient, better people. Marriage is a mission to raise children so that they know Christ and serve Christ all life long. Marriage is a mission to influence your town, your city, your country for Christ. And if you're not married to a Christian, that's going to be awfully difficult to do. So make sure you marry a follower of Christ and then build a friendship, a deep friendship of love, grace, and forgiveness. And you'll be blessed for it.
Let's do it again. I'm going to point out for anybody who missed it. There is somebody or something controlling him behind him. And watch, because it turns to the reflection. You can see it.
If this is not AI or
There it is again. And reflection again. I mean, his teeth are like razor sharp and glowing too, so I feel like it's like a dead giveaway. Neither him or his son can keep shape. Every time that the camera turns even slightly, they're like losing form. This is Cliff, by the way, and that's the son. I can guarantee that no normal person has this happen when they go like this, like they turn the camera. And again, with the constant glowing, faint things poking out, exactly like Erica Kirk, they both have the reptilian eyes. Guys, we have to be more discerning than this. Like, the Bible says that this would happen. Satan appears as an angel of light and his workers appear as false apostles. This is exactly what this is. This specific video is them talking about how, like, you don't have to find a soulmate in order to marry them, and like that God may not want that for your life. And if they truly believed that, whatever. But I've seen them preach some really weird things and answer questions in very obviously wrong ways. And I did a full breakdown of like weird things that they've said in the past and like why I believe that they're shapeshifters. But it's like anytime one of these videos comes on my feed, I'm like, how does this have like 100,000 likes? Like, people do not have any discernment. Now, if I got on here with snake eyes, like slits for pupils, and my teeth visibly shifting, I feel that everybody would notice. But because it's these guys, they have a level of trust from most Christians that, like, honestly doesn't even make sense. It's like irresponsible. Like, people refuse to even check the scriptures when it comes to these guys, and it comes across so flipping obvious to me.
Well, did you see it doesn't blink?
Yeah, they're pretty crazy fucking. I'm down for the whole thing that they're just fucking vampires running shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, when the president talk or whatever, there's always some weird people behind and they're watching everywhere, and it's like I know that you're here to protect him, but you're in the room and you know, with the president, the Obama video, there's some video like bodyguard guys, they are all looking like alien shapeshifter, very weird. Like, I don't know what it is, but I think it's real. I think they're
lots of hand rigging.
Here in my house, I'm protected, and yeah, I'm born again, and I'm new, so I feel protected. I know it's not over after. Maybe for them, it's gonna be downstairs, but I don't know.
There's there's some shit that you can pretty much they're saying if it's redacted, you can pretty much figure it's Donald Trump, because they used an AI, right, to do the redactions, and this fucking thing went through and took out the word don't. It redacted the word don't. Now, why would it take out the word don't? D-O-N-T.
T.
Don T.
Dumb T.
Well, if that's the case, then everything would say
Yeah, right. But I mean, they go through with several different denotations of the same name, you know, because sometimes people say Donnie, some people say Don, some people say Donald, you know, depending on the context. They want to be sure they cover all the bases, and Don T went in there.
Didn't they change his name? Wasn't his name Drumpf?
I think the original name when they first immigrated here was, I don't know. I think his whole life's a crock of shit, to tell you the truth. I don't even think he's the original Donald Trump. So, because his eye colors have changed. You know, there's some speculation that he's a stand-in, that the actual Donald Trump died actually in '89. Something about a tent peg up his ass. No, I don't know.
His brother just died a while back.
Yeah.
Fred.
I wish they'd focus less on one or two. Like, they need to gather all these people up as a whole. I don't really care.
I don't care who it is.
Any of them, get them all. It's about getting all of them out of existence, and less about Donald Trump's mentioned 8 billion times. Like, I don't really care. Like, they're all horrible people to me.
But see, here's the key thing to it, the Cubby. Who is going to go and actually do this? Who's the person? Who's the people that are going to say, okay, that's it. We've had enough. It's time to clean this shit up. Like, there isn't anybody there to do that.
Not in the government, no.
And that's the whole problem, is that there's that one person who's not going to stand up and say, that's it, I've had enough. We've had enough of this shit. Everybody fucking grab them right now. Yeah, you're under arrest, everybody. Fucking boom,
Usually
boom,
the
boom,
ones
boom.
that try or end up
Exactly. Yeah,
or,
they have a weird washboard accident.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or a weird slip and slide accident.
Oh, this is really good. You guys will like this. You guys are gonna love this. Remember, Bruce Lee once said,
"Be water, my friend." I remember that very well.
Oh shit. Let me see. I'm looking for this thing here. It's one of those cartoons of the fat orange monster. Oh, one of those masks on the wall in the Epstein dentist room or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Howard Lutnik.
There you go.
All right, what's up? I mean, just saying, man. You know, looks like a duck. Oh, I thought he was disgusting. We said we'd never spend any time with him, and that was supposedly in 2005. 2012, here's an email. Hey, Jeff, me and the fam's going to be rolling by St. Bart's. Thought we'd stop by the island. We have another couple with us. They have their kids who are this age, and this age, and we have our kids who are this age, and this age, and this age. You know, you're down for a little party there, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, explain to me why Republicans would redact 90% of a Democrat hoax. That'd be a good one. Here's Randy Fine. Cheating. This motherfucker needs to go to jail. Look at this skeevy son of a bitch. Watch this guy.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Welcome to the shit.
Oh my God.
Nobody's looking, so he goes and he votes in absentia in these other people's fucking stead. What the fuck, dude?
So wouldn't that be like a pretty big
fort?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's on liberal forgery, literally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you be kicked out of Congress forever? Like, I don't know.
Oh, here's another thing. 2 years after we were told Jeffrey Epstein had killed himself, emails found in his files discussing Epstein being alive and jumping on video calls from a place up in Colorado.
He's everywhere.
Dude.
Well, he's still playing video games.
Yep. Oh, and I guess Sasha Riley's going to testify before that Congress. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for this. I was panning this name everywhere. on Kick, on Twitch, on YouTube, in the
Seems like-
comment. Sasha Riley, if I go see this, I was spamming this. I got banned on 5 channel on Kick. Yeah, so sometime when I come back to work and I have nothing to do, I do this. Yeah, because this is I listen to all the audio because of you, and yeah, it's really crazy. I don't think he's lying, and I saw a video of people, professional people who like detect the voice and the way that people talk, and they analyze everything, and they say you remember everything when she asked, and the way he's talking is saying the truth. So yeah, it's great. This thing is crazy.
Take a look at how crazy this is. And I want you to this is just fucking unreal. I heard about this.
Turns out you can still get a ticket for driving with a device in your right hand, even if you don't have a right hand.
All right, man. So you're gonna receive a citation for wireless communication device handheld while driving. We gotta put the phone down as we operate a motor vehicle.
Oh, and you put on there that you saw me with my right hand holding it, yeah?
I did not put that. No, if you want to take it.
But that's what you said when you pulled me over, yes? That you saw me holding my device with my right
I'm
hand.
not disagreeing with you. Yes, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to take it to court.
And that's what you saw.
That's what I said.
That's what you said you saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to take it to court. Option 5 on the back of the ticket. That's how you take that ticket to court. Do you
Okay.
have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, that's okay. I would take it to court, and then when it's thrown out, I would sue that motherfucker till he was fucking the same color as the uniform he's wearing.
Damn.
Take the shoes right off his feet. Fucking scumbag.
I saw that on Brian.
How non-observant of a cop do you have to be? Aren't they like always worried about where your fucking hands are? Take your hands out of your pocket. You know, they're always worried about where your hands are. Don't make any sudden reaches. Don't, you know.
Soft because you know what they do? They go and tell those guys, I don't give two shits who you grab. Grab anybody. Today, you have to make 20 contacts. We don't care who it is. We don't care how you do it. We don't give two shits. We have to justify our fucking the money that we're stealing. So just go out there and hand tickets to fucking anybody. They don't give two shits about handing giving a ticket to a one-armed woman. Okay, they don't give two rat's ass about it. That's why they're flippant about it when you go to answer them. They don't care if you're going to take them to court. They don't care if you're going to sue them. You know why? Because it ain't their money. They don't have to pay it out. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to take it from you. And then when they get 10,000 lawsuits or 100,000 or fucking whatever, they don't have to pay out a thing. They're still going to get paid because they're contracted to get it. And then you know what the city does when they get in shortfalls? They go around and reassess your house. That's what they do. And that's how they get more money from you.
You know, he asked her for registration. So if I was her, I would have been like, reach over with my arm and be like, I can't reach it. Can you help me?
There's a big storm will just start. There's a snowstorm. I have to close my veranda. Damn. That's going to be a big storm. I don't know what's going to happen with you.
I don't know. We're not
Where
telling
you are,
nothing
guys.
here. It's just cloudy.
We'll be back.
It was 40 here. It was nice and warm.
I don't see nothing.
It was a gray day here.
Alarming. What's this say?
All gray once they start spraying.
No, man. Trump temperatures to plummet on Sunday. That's all I got. So
We're supposed to get a little snow, but it's just going to be like a little powdering.
We expect what? 2 rainy days ahead starting tomorrow. Oh, goody.
Yeah.
I hate rain. We need it. That's what you're supposed to say, though. You're always supposed to say that.
Wow. Big storm.
We used to need it until they started spraying the sky.
So check this out. This is, and I think shit, and then I hear other people thinking the same thing. Listen.
What if they just keep cloning themselves? The elite. What if it's not that they live forever or for 7,000 years, a really long time, whatever people are saying, but that they keep cloning themselves while we come into this with amnesia? We're still reincarnating and doing all the things, probably trapped here against our will, but we come in unknowing, right? They come in, have records that they've kept, all while burning our records each time we come back and do this all over again, because that way they get to remain in power and also get better and better at the game each time, and then they can stay at the top and just like exploit us for eons. I mean, is that what they meant was much worse? Because I really can't imagine what would be worse than, you know, the things that we've already seen and heard. And then each time we start to figure it out, they just reset us again.
Sound at the end there. But I mean, that makes sense. There's a lot of talk about that. And even in these papers and shit that they're looking through, it's like there's some crazy shit they were into, man.
Well, they're trying to live forever. They figure the longer they're alive, the more information they've got, the more riches they can get, the more control they have, and they could, you know, manipulate people more for more. You know, I think that's their main goal, is to just stay alive as long as possible.
Have you
Who's
ever
that
seen-
asshole that they give him like 12 fucking hearts? Who's that guy?
David
that-
Rockefeller.
Yeah, Rockefeller.
Five.
Who's the other?
Five,
Who's the other
yeah,
one? Dick
five.
Cheney. Dick Cheney
Dick
got like
Cheney,
8
yeah.
transplants. Yeah, these people
Yeah,
got a
that's
hard
good.
on for just living forever.
Dick Cheney shot a dude in the face with a fucking shotgun.
Yeah, with
Right?
birdshot.
And the dude that he shot apologized to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
he got shot in the face with lead, like
what?
number 7.
I'm like, what? Wait a second. He just shot you in the face and you apologized to him? That's
I'm
fucking
sorry,
nuts.
Dick. I didn't mean to get in the way of you swinging the barrel backwards.
So you remember Pam Blondie saying there's no credible evidence of President Trump doing anything wrong in these files? Well, I think they fucked up. I think she lied on her oath.
They
Again.
all do.
Again.
His name's only mentioned like 5,200 times.
His name is mentioned in the unredacted files 1.5 million fucking times. Dude, I'm telling you, man, he's all over in this shit, bro. He's all over in this shit.
I wake up one day in my feed, the suggestion, it was all Trump 1 million times, and the other day 3 million times. I was,
It's like it's unreal the amount of shit that's coming out on this.
And they say now it's the Epstein, the Trump's file featuring Epstein.
Yeah. They're calling it the Epstein administration.
This freaking kid.
Yeah, Epstein was
Yeah,
the
this
secretary.
guy, but the information's what I'm looking at on this too.
Yeah.
And I was looking at some other. But yeah, he looks like he just barely made it out of school, don't he? So like a kid. How old do you think? How old is he? Like 16?
I think he might be 22, possibly.
Hey, howdy doody.
Yeah, no doubt. Right there, you go. Howdy doody. Oh, Davey.
he was Biden's top influencer when he was in.
Do you guys remember Davey and Goliath?
Is that David? No, it's not David Hogg. I was going to say that.
Harry Sisson.
No, it's Harry Sisson. Did you ever see a thing called
Yeah,
David
I remember.
Goliath?
I remember it. They used to show it on like Sundays.
Yeah. It was that dog and that kid.
It was the Mormons. It was the TV show. It was an clay animation show that was done by the It was backed by the Mormons.
Yeah, it was
Yummy.
Church of Latter-day Saints. That was wholesome.
Did you ever see the other one, the remake one, where they're like evil? There's a remake of it too called I don't remember the name of it, but they did a remake of it where they do the exact same claymation shorts, but they're like Davey is crazy and like he's possessed or something. It's like the complete opposite of the original Davey and Goliath.
Was it newer? Was it on Cartoon Network?
Yeah, it was on Cartoon Network. I remember that. It was what the fuck was it? It was Moral Oral.
Yeah, but there it is.
Yeah, Moral Oral was the name of that. Anyway, this is interesting here.
We have some major news. It's now been confirmed that the FBI did interview an Epstein victim who accused Donald Trump of wrongdoing, and they found her to be credible. This is a very serious development, and it completely contradicts the narrative from the White House that Donald Trump has never been accused of wrongdoing. So do you remember this specific accusation against Donald Trump that was contained in the Epstein files that involved a 13 to 15-year-old girl? It's been talked about a lot. It is very, very serious. And while it's not clear what became of the investigation into that specific claim against Donald Trump, details from that tip match other records in the files, including an interview with an Epstein victim and her lawyer. That interview was conducted on July 24th, 2019, and entered into the FBI's case files on August 9th, the day before Epstein was found dead in his cell. And in the Epstein files, the first 2 pages of the interview with that victim are basically completely blacked out. Now, this victim filed a lawsuit against Epstein's estate in 2021 and received a settlement. And according to reports about the lawsuit, the victim claims she had also been by other prominent wealthy men she met in other states, most specifically when Epstein took her to intimate gatherings in New York City. Trump's alleged assault of her took place in New Jersey, according to FBI notes. And of course, as I mentioned, the documents indicate the government found her to be a credible accuser. So Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, the entire Trump regime has been going around saying, oh, there's no credible accusation against Donald Trump, none of this, none of this. Well, look at that. The FBI found her credible when she was interviewed, and now there's no running away from this. We need an update on that investigation.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you'll ever see Pam Bondi ever again after this?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
You think I think every one of these people that are on his administration are all going to become lobbyists.
They're all massive failures. I mean, look at Bill Barr, look at Merrick Garland. I mean, they're all a joke, every one of them.
They are.
Oh, come on. How could you say that? How could you say that about who's the goofy guy there, the one that had the TV show on Fox, and he had the weird googly-eyed daughter.
Comey or not Comey? Who are you talking about?
Attorney General? No, that guy he's up to the Israelis' ass now.
Oh, Mark Levine?
No. Shit.
I'm not
Sorry.
sure.
My bad.
Is it somebody that was in the administration of some
Yeah,
sort?
the one before, who was the googly-eyed chick that was she was the rep that did all his press conferences and stuff.
Oh, Sarah Huckabee.
Yeah, Huckabee Sanders there. The father.
He's the governor
The father
of
is.
Arkansas now, I think.
Yeah, the father.
Huckabee, he's the ambassador to Israel.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you some sleeping pills too.
Yeah.
Get your Trump coloring book.
Yeah, this was bad. This was bad. What was it? Ilhan Omar, I think, put out a tweet that said the death penalty, all pedophiles should get the death penalty and shit. And like immediately. And somebody replied to it and said, at FBI, Ilhan Omar is actively threatening the life of the president. It's like she never said anything about Trump in that tweet. She just said that pedophiles need to be. So they inadvertently admitted that he's a fucking pedo. Right? I mean, wow.
The silly story of the GOP accidentally agreeing that Donnie is a kiddie diddler. This story is pretty simple but very funny and very telling. Donnie made a very gross statement about how all Somalis are garbage and other racist shit. In response, Representative Omar wrote a pretty standard rebuttal. She wrote, "The leader of the Pedophile Protection Party is trying to deflect attention from his name being all over the Epstein files. At least in Somalia, they execute pedophiles, not elect them." Notice she did not call the president, who is a pedo. a pedo. It was very reserved. And the Republican Party lost its mind, and without thinking claimed that Omar was calling for the death of the president, which if you follow basic grammar means they just admitted he was a pedophile. To put it in simple terms, Omar said, "Boy, I sure don't like pedophiles," and the Republicans fired back. "How dare you say that you don't like Donald Trump?" And that is just one more day in the idiot America we've found ourselves in.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's a shit show. It's a fucking shit show. It really is. I love these fat orange monster.
Yes, me too.
Those are great. I got one right here. Hang on, I got it.
This is what I was saying, and in past streams, is that the more of these other people that we know are like, okay, so let's talk about Clinton. See, you can put a name to any one of them.
Yeah.
And who cares which one it is? This is what I mean. Oh, okay, it's Trump. Well, there's Bill Clinton. You didn't say anything about him.
Yep,
it's like, okay,
it's him. It's Clinton. Well, I've been saying Clintons for years.
Yeah,
I've been saying Clintons for years, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. I knew this bartender that she was from Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the Clintons are from. And she's partied with Roger, Bill's brother, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
And she said Bill's been to a few parties and shit, and he's sniffing cocaine off chicks' asses and shit,
Yeah.
And these and this was right before he was governor of Arkansas. But he was in local politics and shit, and it was no big deal. Everybody knew. Hot Springs is like the Dixie Mafia. A lot of people don't realize who he is. He's a Rockefeller.
Yeah.
There's pictures of him with was it JFK?
Kennedy?
He was a kid?
As a kid, yeah.
Hillary's dad was in the Chicago Mafia. I mean, they all got ties to something or another.
Yeah,
they ran drugs out of Mina.
Yeah.
And Nancy Pelosi's mob tie family,
Yep.
which of course extends to Hakel, her half sister, who's now what is she, governor of New York? Mayor.
They got that Mamdani now, but
Hakel. How many
whatever you call it.
How many flims are in that? It's like the Pod Lubovic.
Yeah, you gotta spit up a loogie.
Whatever
you say it.
What happened? So Mamdani is the governor now, right? They took over for.
He's a mayor. Isn't he?
All right. So what happened to him?
Hochul is the governor.
So then, all right, the mayor was that Eric Adams. What happened to him? He had his whole little scandal issue. That all just was like, okay, well,
nobody cares.
You're leaving.
So take your stolen loot and be gone with you.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the jokers they had before that. They had the guy with the fake name who was a German with a fake name.
De Blasio.
Yeah, de Blasio, whose name was like fucking Heimler or something like that. So he changed his friggin' name because he sounded like he was like from World War II.
Yeah, he wanted to sound like he was from.
They're all a fucking sack of shit. Every one of them. Every one of them looks like a piece of crap.
Rudy Giuliani, he's another one.
He's over there cross dressing. It's like fucking hell with all these people.
Yeah, they never die.
I know. Speaking of governors of Illinois, Pritzker's brother just resigned because of this whole Epstein thing.
Yeah, a lot of people resigning out of places, man. There's a lot of people of just dropping out, boy. Good. Now they're free to be indicted. This is what we need, man, right now.
Yeah.
Just gotta have the right person to do it, I guess.
Oh, good luck. That ain't gonna happen. Not in our lifetime. Or ever.
Well, there's different ways to indict, but I digress. Anyway, this is a pretty cute little thing.
The Fat Orange Monster and Pam. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, the Fat Orange Monster was angry Those fucking commoners wouldn't shut up about the gosh dang spell book, and now they were demanding answers. Because wouldn't you know it, even though only half the spell book was out there, the monster was all over every damn page. He tried blacking out the pages, but for some reason the army of dummies he employed were such dummies his name kept bleeding through it. So he sent his secret weapon out to talk to the people, Pam. And boy, that may have been a bit of a total complete mistake. Pam is, as most of the people who worked for the monster are, a bit of a moronic moron. She went to the town council and yelled out, "Okay, everyone, I'm here, Pam is here, and I only have one thing to say. The fat orange monster is very handsome and very cool and the best monster that there ever was." And the council yelled back, "Okay, but we have these mountains of evidence that the monster literally ate children and..." Okay, let's pause here a second. A few months ago, I decided to use eating children as a good stand-in for what Donnie actually did to children. Little did I know these fucking people might actually be eating children. Just fuck, you know. How do you parody this shit when it keeps getting crazier? Okay, back to the story. Settle in, children. Pam was so fake angry that anyone would say anything bad about the child-eating monster, so she went absolutely ballistic. Her face turned red, and she pretended to be upset. "How dare you! There's no evidence he ever did anything wrong!" she screamed, while literally holding pages from the spellbook showing the monster cooking a child in a pot. The people asked, "What about all the missing children?" "Children? Have you seen how much money there is? There's so much money. Who has time to talk about children?" "You do. Your job is literally to go after people who harm children," they replied. She stammered and screamed, "The money! Look at all the goddamn money!" in a confusing non sequitur that she obviously thought carried any meaning at all, but just highlighted the fact that Pam and the monster and all the monster's cronies literally only care about money and think eating children is an acceptable thing to do, so long as you make money.
Sad but true. 100, man.
How many did they? I don't really. Is Hugh Hefner in those files a lot? I haven't looked into them at all.
I think so.
I just let other people do that, and I'm not bothering going through that crap myself. I don't want none of that stuff on my computer. I don't care if it's by proxy or what have you.
Yeah, I haven't delved into it myself. I'm letting the audits get into it.
There'll be enough people show up on YouTube. I can see what they're saying.
This guy's looking really bad. Wow, there's so many of these fucking fat orange monster videos. He's really not very popular right now, I have to say.
Despite what he tells everybody. Got the best economy ever.
Hey, you know, look, the economy is the stock market's doing amazing. Don't pay any attention to that.
Yeah, the Dow's up. Oh, it's below 50,000 now, so now we can investigate. So now we're allowed to go after him since the Dow dipped back down. Take advantage. Take advantage, Pam. Now's your opportunity. While the Dow.
So how old is she? She's like 78 years old now.
No, she's aged that much since yesterday, I would say. But no, she's same age as me.
I saw her on TV and she looked rough. She looked like she had a rough night, like she'd been out drinking all night, and they just woke her up.
Trump ain't looking too hot neither, bro.
No, really.
He's looking pretty rough. Did I save that picture again?
How long do you suppose it takes them to? It takes all those people to basically put on their mask before they go out there every day.
Oh, did you do a search to see if that dickhead from Plantier is in those files too?
Plantier, Peter Thiel.
Yeah,
Peter
he's
Thiel.
he's in them.
Of course, he's in.
Yeah,
them.
that figures. So I'm betting money that Donnie will have some kind of medical problems or some kind of crap because he just can't stop eating McDonald's and aspirin, and they'll pull out the secret weapon. J.D. Vance, Mr. Three Name himself.
You know, I was thinking about this, and what are your guys' thoughts on this? About how we know a lot of the presidents are Freemasons. And,
Oh wow!
But like, That's why I kind of think there'll never be a woman president. It's like, do you think that they would allow, as most of them being Freemasons, to a woman to be the president?
Well, the Scottish Rite, wasn't the Queen part of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry?
So. Yeah, that's the Queen I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there was a.
The Jews had
have been a female.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
It could have been a whatever.
Yeah,
you know, maybe
was she a female? Yeah, that's
maybe they just lay eggs.
The Jews had women groups called Hadassah.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's what you need. Good old Hadassahs. No.
Curious if they'd allow that to be a thing.
So I got to roll off here, man. I got to work in the morning.
Careful.
Yeah, man. Let's watch DJ's newest music video here. He says he's got before we go off. Let me see where it's at. Where am I? Yeah, it better not suck. If it sucks, that's it. We're just gonna. You'll be admonished. Yeah, that's what'll happen.
Shame. Ring the bell.
That's it. That fucking series, man. I watched that whole thing. Ah, damn it. What the hell? Oh, I have to do this way? You dickhead thing. All right, hang on. We got it queued all the way back. And then I can. Yeah, there we go. Hang on.
Hope you feel better, Cubby.
Yeah.
Are you sick?
No, it's the rib thing.
Oh, the rib thing. Yeah.
It's got a muscle thing going on. I got muscle in my back freaking out.
Dude, I thought my back thing was coming back too. I mean, it was actually. It was like I started feeling it like yesterday and then a little bit today. I'm better now. I mean, I feel fine.
As long as I don't do like any sudden movements, like to the right side, to the left side. That's
No.
I was telling Saab that the biggest lesson I learned was learning how to wipe left-handed.
Yeah.
But oh man, like anything to my right side sucks, and then like I dread like sneezing. That's what I'm like. Oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, I don't want to sneeze. It feels like a rib's gonna shoot out of the side of my rib cage.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that's
I
bad.
know, I've had that. I've had broke ribs before.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
Try to not laugh. This is maybe gonna make you laugh.
Nah,
All right.
Just take.
It's probably walk it off. Walk it off.
It was a new moon
Throw
night
some dirt
last
on it.
night, so
All right. Well, let me play this because I gotta get to bed here.
let's go.
Space is a cartoon only in your mind. Chasing color ships you never flying. Looking outside for a sign. Space is real, heaven is real. Only in your mind. Only in your mind. Empty signals flicker on the glass. All the stars just waiting for us to ask. Gravity's a shadow that won't last. Heaven is the feeling moving fast. Lost in the wires, but I know what I see. Heaven is closer, it's taking the lead. Out past the stories, I finally breathe. Truth in my chest, and I feel it so deep. Space is a cartoon only in your mind. Chasing color shapes you never find. Looking up, searching for a sign. Space is free, but heaven is real. Space is free, but heaven is real. is real. This is a cartoon only in your mind. Chasing good and chasing love fine. Looking up, searching for a sign. Space is fake, but heaven is real.
Man, it's like a FEMA dream.
What in the fresh AI hell did we just watch?
Yeah, space is fake, heaven is real. Yeah, sometimes I do like ultra realistic stuff, but now I prefer to do like cartoonish thing because the AI is becoming too much real. So forget it. I prefer like this.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to get to bed. I'll
Thank
see
you.
y'all.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks for everybody for coming up tonight.
Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody in chat too.
Yes,
Night,
sir.
everybody.
Everybody shut up and chat. Good to see everybody. Go over and check out Chicago Cubby Bear's latest video he's got going on over there. Link
then-
is in the chat.
Pretty soon I'll inform people on giving those books away, and we can do something. I'll do like I'll pull a name from a hat or something to send them if you're comfortable with giving out your address, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I can always email an address and,
Yeah, that's what-
confidentially that way. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're not going to sell an email list.
Yeah, but
All right.
I'll give you some more information on that later, guys.
Right on.
Sounds
right
good.
On. So, like I said,
Okay.
everybody, thanks for coming up. Don't forget, like we always say, the Lord loves a working man. Don't ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And if you heard the shot, it probably wasn't meant for you. But you should probably still duck because there might be a second shot. You never know. Man, it was a hell of a bong hit. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.